What's going on, everybody? You guys see me just get owned by my own camera? What's happening, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I know there's like a random time frame here, but I have a couple machines, well, more than a couple. I have a bunch of machines that I got to get through. They got to get unboxed so that I can test them, so I can make content on them, so on and so forth. There's some piles. There's boxes. There's big machines. All kinds of stuff. So I might actually do some back-to-backs. I don't know. But if you guys got the time, then I'll be here. Hope everyone's all right. Let me know while I'm just over here doing my thing. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. We should be live on Twitch, Kick, and of course, YouTube. Let's see who we got in here. I saw Mark M was here, talking about his 30 inches of snow, which is obnoxious. We got Circus Squad. What's going on? Tin Talon, how you doing? Another CG. Wick Central, hello. Altaran. We got Havoc. Are you doing the Kobra S1 Max? I am. I don't know if that's next or after, but yes. Comp check. Hey, Bearded, what's going on? It's also on the second platform. Thank you. Hey, you know, it's the least I can do. Look at this. You get double the shout out. But yeah, what's going on? Welcome in, everybody. Just waiting on my Kobra X. Watching every video I can. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I didn't know much about this about this machine. You know, just based on looks. Based on looks, I saw it. I was like, oh, okay. Aiming for that, you know, first, second machine, that type of thing. Seems to be on par with budget. And then as I looked a little bit more, I was like, whoa. This is a little bit more than just your standard budget printer. And then on top of that, they already got me in with the features that the thing has. And then they bust out the current price. So I'm like, all right, the Kobra X is going on top of the pile of the machines. So yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy. So we'll go over all that. We're going to unbox it. We're going to do a first impressions, first print type of thing. We'll look at their marketing, see what what they got going on. We'll look at everything in the box. You know, the standard fun stuff that we do. Let me open this printer list that I have here, because I wanted to share what number printer I'm on, because I think it's hilarious. All right, so so this is going to be printer. Well, okay. So I have printer 90, but this is printer 89. Nope, 88. 88, 89, 90, or 88, 89, 90. How cool is that? So we're getting closer to 100. I don't know what I'm going to do for 100 or after 100, but probably we'll do some kind of recaps of all the things that have happened on the channel since then. And, you know, 100 different machines is a lot, and it's been a goal of mine for the past 2 years to kind of really push to get to 100. I'm obviously going to go well beyond 100, but 100 different machines without duplicates. Obviously, I've had duplicates of many machines, but not counting the duplicates. So I'm thinking I might do one of those tier lists that people do, although I think people do those tier lists without actually having them. So this is, hopefully that's a unique thing that I can like bring to the table on YouTube. So I'm looking forward to that. 69, that's right. Hey, Shrimp Father Martin, how you doing? I don't have to wait for next month for mine to get it here. Yeah, that's right. I'm actually going to be totally upfront, and AnyCubic, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm supposed to be posting this or not. As you guys know, I don't necessarily sign contracts for these things, but I need this machine out of the box so that I can test it and compare it to other machines that are similar. You guys already know what they are. Yeah, I think this is my favorite kind of content because it's all natural and we get to hang out and do it together. And I get to show this thing off so you guys can know what's in there. and know if it's worth checking out, because it could be a dud right away, which has happened before. So I just got my Elegoo Centauri carbine. Yeah, great machine. A lot of people really loving it. The new one looks even better. Yeah, should be cool. Hey, Petty, how you doing? How you doing, guys? It's been about 2 weeks since I've live streamed, so got to catch up a little bit, right? All right. So, guys, as per usual, a couple things. Down here, you can tell there's a banner by Polymaker. Polymaker sponsors the channel, and they sponsor these live streams with Filament giveaways at the end of the stream. So if you guys are interested in getting a chance to win some Polymaker Filament, there is a pinned comment at the top of all the chats on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Kick. Head over that way, jump into the gleam.io. It will look like this. There's already 13 people in there. There's about 2 hours left. If the thing is already out and it's printing and it's done earlier than 2, then yeah, we'll stop it a little bit earlier. But usually it's around 2 hours. You have to be present to be able to win. And international is all good. Polymaker ships anywhere in the world, which is lovely. All right. As always, you can also check out 3dprintsos.com. Grab yourself some cool merch. Maybe a cool mug like this. So check that out. 3dprintsos.com. Lots of fun stuff for you guys over there. Treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? Polymaker makes good stuff. They really do be cool. Be cool. I'm not just saying that they do. I've been a big fan for a long time, and they're just lovely to work with. Like, you know, like they'll send me filament, and they'll send me filament that's brand new, things like that. But it's mostly the joy that I get is being able to do this type of thing at the end of live streams. In fact, if I go to the screen, I go here. So we have given away 116 single spools, and there's been contests where I've given away hundreds. So we've given away a lot of filament on the channel over the past few years with these live streams. So, you know, huge thank you to Polymaker. There's some other news. Multiboard, who is also a sponsor of the channel, which I love dearly. Let me see where the posts are for Multiboard. Multiboard is going to be renamed shortly to, I believe it's Multi-Build, but I want to be 100% sure I don't say the wrong thing. Hold on, let me go to Keep Making News Channel. Yes, so Multi-Bin. For those that don't know, multiboard.io, amazing organization, drawers, things to hang your tools on, all kinds of amazing things. Multiboard. So they're going to be renaming to Multi-Build, and that's to bring down on the confusion, because there is several ecosystems. There's not only the wall, which there's several types. There's also the bins that are their own unique thing. There's just a bunch of elements. There's so much. It's very, very vast. So they're going to be doing a major simplification soon, which I'm really looking forward to. You can find some more information on their Discord, where they've been posting some updates on everything that's happening there. Multipass. Lambert. That's right. But yeah, Multiboard, another sponsor of the channel. So huge thank you for supporting me and 3D Print SOS, the channel. Looks like a great price. Yes, crazy good price. Crazy good price. Must we be sober? No. No requirement. Hot in Pajamas are saying, you've said this before, and I think I agree with you. I did a shirt. I don't think a single person has bought it. So after that, I kind of stopped. I think I have shorts as well made, but I'm not sure if I posted them. I have like a full matching set. So, hey, Stay Creeping, what's going on? How you doing? Hey, Nigel, how are you? When the embargo drops, are you going to review the Chitty Max 4? So I've had the Chitty Max 4 for a really long time now. Probably longer than I've had anything else that I haven't released a video on. Yes, the short answer is yes. I'm not sure that I'll be able to make a video directly on the same day everyone will. Yeah, I'll be 100% transparent. I had some issues. They're resolved now, which is always great. But you know, Chitty launches have been rocky, and I'm kind of glad that they actually pushed things back instead of rushing it. They really needed that time. And at the end of the day, that's going to make a better product for everyone involved, including me, which I'm happy about. So the short answer, yes. Long answer, yes. If guys wanted to get into printing car parts, what kind of printer are easiest to learn? You can handle making high heat reinforcement materials under hood parts. Cutlass, this is a great question, and I'm happy that you asked it, because there's a lot of printers out there that are amazing, but not necessarily aimed at this specific thing. I would say any of the lower cost Chitty machines right now are just absolutely perfect for that, and are really easy to learn on. The Chitty Q2C, which I have just in another room, is perfect for this. Although even better, the Q2, because it has a heated chamber. I know all that sounds complicated, but the heated chamber is what you need to be able to print things like ABS and nylon and polycarbonate. And the Q2 specifically, if you don't want multicolor, the Q2 makes short work of this. There's obviously other machines by other brands, but that one for me personally, if I was printing one of those type of materials, I'm going to that if it's near me. Obviously, I do a lot of reviews, so I'm kind of forced to use other machines, but that one comes to mind instantaneously when you ask me about underhood parts. So yeah, check out the Chitty Q2. I have videos on it where I talk about it and all of its features and stuff, so definitely check that out. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, the Q1 Pro is still great. The Q2 just edges it out just a bit. But yeah. Ha! What's up, man? How you doing, Jerry? I haven't seen you in a minute. Hey, Iceman. Brother, I'm scared for the Kobra. No, I'm not scared. Now that I know a little bit more about it, like I didn't really look into it, but now that I looked at it and looked at the specs, I'm really looking forward to opening this thing. So I'm excited about it. Yeah. The H2, like the H2 and the Q2, there's just the price alone is not even comparable. Like they're not even in the same genre because of the price. The Q2, the H2, any of them, the C, the D, any of them are really good. They're amazing printers. You gotta not care about the whole bamboo thing. I know a lot of people don't, and that's fantastic. I have a series of bamboos. There's 2 in the shot right there. There's three right here around me. So I'm obviously a fan, but I know some people will not have it, and that alone is worth checking out the Q2. So Q1 Pro has been a workhorse. Yeah, mine too. I have mine's in another room. I agree. well. What's up, man? Thanks for popping in here, dude. That's good. Love the Q2. Yeah, me too. Give me this. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, no problem, man. I appreciate you just popping in anyway. Yeah, of course. But yeah, the tool head on this machine seems like black magic to me, so I'm really excited. Have I heard from Elegoo? I have not. So Elegoo and Soval are the only 2 companies, I think, out of everybody that hasn't gotten back to me. There's a couple others, like there was a Kickstarter that did like a revolving tool head. I don't remember the brand. Then there was another one that did a flying gantry. What was the company name? It's not on the top of my brain right now, but it's a large black machine, has a flying gantry on lead screws. Camera. That machine. So those companies haven't gotten back to me. But yeah, the bigger one out of the larger ones that everyone talks about, Elegoo and Soval, I still haven't heard from. I would love to check out their machines. Like I said, I'm getting to 100, getting pretty close. Yes, Frozen. That was the one. Yeah, I tried their email, their social. Where else? I tried having people that speak with the other reps mention. Nothing. No luck. No, FL Sun's been great. FL Sun's been great. You won't be able to see it because of this box. Oh yeah, you will. This thing's giant. The S1 Pro over here, fantastic. I got a V400 right in the next room over there. Adam Forum. Yep, Adam Forum. Message them. Haven't heard back also. It's all good. All right, let's do this, guys, or else I'm never gonna get into it. I'll just be chatting the entire time. Which, by the way, I should do some of the streams at some point where we're just hanging out. But that's all right. All right, so let's go. Let's do this. Let's go to the browser. All right, so you guys already know how we do this. I like to check out what their marketing says, what they're telling us, what they're telling us about this machine. Then we'll unbox it, take it out, and check it out. So, hey, the ill. Ah, man, I'm not gonna be able to. Thalor Freitas. Okay, I didn't think I was gonna be able to say it, but I did. That's an awesome name, first of all. Hello to Brazil. Thanks for popping in, man. Frozen has barely delivered to the early backers at this point. Yeah, I mean, I messaged them as soon as they even said anything about the machine, like when the teaser came out. So, S1 Pro is good for large prints, but try small object and it fails. For me, it's been... I actually just printed on it the other day. PPSCF, actually. For me, it's so fast. I use it specifically for when I'm on a time crunch. I don't necessarily use it for things that need to be super accurate or need to be just absolutely beautiful. I specifically just focus on that machine being stupid fast. But yeah, I'm sorry that they fail. For me, I haven't had that problem. What's up, nerds? Let's get cracking. That's right. Hey, Adam. What's up? All right, let's get into this thing. So check this out. Here's the unique thing right off the bat, okay? So we know we got the 4-color situation going on. But as you can see, they're not on any kind of roller type thing. They're just hanging on top of the machine. So they're on top of the machine. I remember there were times when people would... Actually, I still get this. People comment all the time, oh, man, you shouldn't put the filament on top of the machine. You shouldn't do it. It's going to mess things up. I never had a problem with that. And looks like this machine has it on top right from the get-go. So that's one. So this does not look like a multi-material management or unit at all. In fact, the tool head on this thing does all the work. Everything's in here. And this is when I realized this machine was something more than just, the white bed slinger. Look at the amount of engineering going on here. There's so much happening. So one of the things that really caught my eye is there is a disposal system for the little bits of filament that are left behind. So that the camera is zooming, so hilarious. That it doesn't need to purge. It actually kicks it out from the top of the extruder. The other thing that this thing does is there's a system in here that knows what filament you're putting in, and it uses that those predetermined settings for pressure-sensitive filaments like TPU or PIBA, which is insane. I don't know of any other machines that do this type of thing, let alone in their multi-material systems, but also on the tool head. So that's kind of mind-boggling. The other thing is because all of this is happening right here, the purge material or the amount before the purge or before the material gets taken out, a new one gets put in, should be cut in absolutely no time. Like, it should be really, really fast to do filament switches in comparison to pretty much anything else. So that stands out to me right away. I can't wait to test that out. Like that's probably going to be a thing on many other machines from AnyCubic, not just this. This is cool. Look how confident they are. I really hope this files on the machine. If you guys remember one of the shorts that I did from one of the previous live streams, I really hope this full bed thing is on the machine. I would love for them to be that confident with this thing. Then there's this, and I didn't even realize this at first when I agreed to check this machine out. So one, this is how it comes. It already does 4 colors, but there's also the ability to use the newly updated, what do they call this thing? The Ace 2 Pro. And this is really interesting to me. So this all stays here, and what you route these tubes to the box. Like, I know this is just, like, I want to see more realistic photos, because this is just, the item. Let's actually scroll down. Are there photos of this set up? So there is a ton of tubing. Looks like they keep going, like, to the 4-to-1, 4-to-1, 4-to-1. Okay, and then they come in here. So, wow, so 4 is on top. So that doesn't change. So, okay, I understand now. I understand. So they are separate. These boxes are separate. So they're going from 4-to-1 inside of right... No, where are they going? Where is this going? Is there a 5th one? I see it right here. I really want to know. Either way, it seems like you can have this, which is more of a traditional 4-to-1, where the filament has to get pulled all the way out. Then the next one goes. Although the Ace Pro always has 4 separate PTFE tubes. So I'm really curious. I don't have the combo, as far as I know. I don't think I have the combo. I think this is just the machine without the box. But yeah, that's extremely unique. The fact that, you know, I know, for example, the Bambu Lab A1 has obviously the AMS Lite, but then also now they support the original, the newer AMS Pro 2. Oh God, there's so many of these names with acronyms and all this stuff. But I know they do that. But this happening right away, right out of the box, up to 19. I mean, that seems crazy. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hey Jackson, what's happening? Are you gonna open up the hot end? I'm so curious what you think of the setup. Oh, it's so clever. Yeah, I mean, I would love to. If we, yeah, let's just say yes. I would love to. Yeah, there's some kind of self-tension going on. It's really crazy. Oh, is it? Good. Yeah. It's a very powerful machine. Estimated arrival date in Brazil. I don't know about Brazil specifically, but I know that they are going to be shipping next month, and I believe there is an entire shipping section on here that talks about when. Oh, right. This is what I was gonna say right here. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like everything's happening about in March, which isn't too far away now, right? We're at the end of February. So yeah, just a few weeks away from shipping this machine. So that should be cool. But yeah, that's why I want to take this out of the box and test it. That way, when it's actually out, I can make an actual video with some seat time in it instead of just making guesses on things. But yeah, amazing that you can do that. And then, you know, if this was the included price, if it was $450, I would have been like, all right, that's about right for this type of machine with multicolor. But no, the current price, and there is a timer on here, by the way. Like, there is a timer. Early bird ends soon. It says 4 days. I'm not sure. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea. But the fact that this is $280 for this much technology is mind-boggling. I'm really excited to check this out. If this thing prints even half as good as some of the other machines for $280, this will automatically be a top runner for a recommendation for a first machine. So yeah, looking forward to this. All right, is there anything else that we need to know? Right, because yeah, so this is another thing, man. Another thing that I wish that they include the files. I want the files to this thing right away in here, so that you can just do it right from the get-go. But this, if they include this right on the SD card or right on the printer, it would be kind of just like proof is in the pudding type of thing. And I think companies need to start doing this more. Instead of just using this type of thing for marketing. So they claim, and I saw videos on this, they claim that because of this new system, you can literally print both TPU and PLA, let's say, without any issues. And not many machines can really do this with a single tool head, you know, with a 4-to-1 tool head. They often have all kinds of issues when you mix materials. So yeah, really excited about it. And it's 68D. So looking forward to it. What does the pressure thing mean for multicolor TPU without tool changer? Yeah, that's kind of what this means. Yeah, that's literally what this means. I think there's another splitter. Yeah, there's like another splitter. No, you don't sacrifice it. That one stays. That's a part of the machine. You add on more, which is crazy. Oh, I see. So you end up with 3 on top. Oh, I see what you... Oh, sacrifice 1 on top. I thought you meant all. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, you sacrifice 1. Well, you know, we'll find out. But, oh, okay. Yep, that's why they literally don't have one here. So the 4th one is one of those tubes, and each one of these keeps reducing down to 1. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you're going to be using one of these, color switching is going to be longer by a lot, because every single time it needs to pull this filament all the way up to the coupler, right? Whereas right now with these, it's just pulling from the tip right to right here. Boop, boop, boop. So filament switching should be really, really good here. Yeah, really excited. This is major, I think. This is a huge, this is a huge thing. AnyCubic's really pushing with this, which I love to see. And also this price level is how the whole channel started. Like the whole channel started on a premise of these like $200, $300 budget machines that get you into 3D printing. So I'm really excited. Really excited. Eager to see what the waste is like. I'm gonna be assuming that it's pretty regular. Yeah, if it works. Yep, that's gonna be a thing. Like this isn't an enclosed machine, but you know these things are inexpensive. You're not gonna get an enclosed machine with this kind of color changing thing for $280. These things are simpler. They're friendlier to get into. When somebody wants an enclosed machine, they're already at a slightly different level in 3D printing where this isn't even marketed to that type of person. Like you gotta already want and slash meet the requirements for a bed slinger. You know what I mean? I still have bed slingers that outperform Core XY machines in terms of quality. So it is what it is. Yep. Yeah, I agree. Hey, Manny, what's going on? All right. Okay. We talked about what they're telling us marketing-wise. Oh, also the nozzle. Even the nozzle is different. So a lot of companies are switching over to an integrated nozzle hot end quick swap situation. These guys were like, nah. They have a proprietary nozzle, which it is what it is. Years ago, I would have complained about this so hard. But it's harder to complain now because almost every machine has a proprietary hot end nozzle setup. Even, for example, Creality, just between several machines have different hot ends and nozzles. So what are you gonna do? But yeah, $7.99 for one of these nozzles. As long as they're available, this is gonna be great. Here's the filament hub. It looks like. Yep. Let's see if we can click on there. Can we click on the hub? Yes. Okay, so here's the hub. Whoa! Whoa! Well, there you go. So you buy one, and it's a 8-to-1. No, 8-to-4? Oh, you can select. Yeah, so you can select 8-to-4. And it's so cheap! Man, how are they doing this with the prices? It's kind of insane. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some tariff situation to some degree, but I'm obviously not unsure about that. I did just recently order some stuff from China, and it just got in like one last week, and one should have been over the weekend. I haven't paid tariffs, so I'm not sure if there's if because they were already shipped, like that type of thing. I have paid tariffs though, for some orders from some companies when buying from China, but not all of them. All right. What is this? The entire printhead assembly is $45? Huh? How? Like with the extruder and the fan and the board? What? What am I missing here, guys? Wow. An entire tool head for $45 is cheaper than some nozzle options. Right? Hey Toad, this is going to be my first multicolor multi-material printer. Hope it's going to be as good as it says. Looking forward to your review. Yeah, I mean, I'm all ears. Like, I want to be really hopeful and test it and compare it to other similar machines and see what's good and what's not, man. How? But yeah, how? AI design, early bird pricing. Yeah, it's a little bit nutty. It's a little bit nutty. But hey, it's there and available for us. So if it is 4 days, let me get this thing out and check it out so we can really figure this out. I just spent $135 on nozzle for the Core 1. Yeah, man. Sorry, Tom. I didn't mean to just straight up laugh at you. But yeah, they're expensive. That's just how it is. Oh man, AnyCubic, I am rooting for you guys at this point. Let's do it. You know, the other similar printer to this, obviously, you know, the Bamboo Machine, but the Creality's sister company, Spark X, Sparks, the i7, really surprisingly amazing machine. Here, I'll show you guys. So that's why I'm eager to check this out, because the competition is hot right now. I'll show you guys. I'm also printing this on another machine, but even larger than this. But you know, there's the budget machines nowadays are phenomenal. Budget machines have gotten just amazing. And then we have things like the Snapmaker. So can you try TPU PLA PG print before early bird pricing works? Yeah, I think so. I think so. The Undertaker costs more than the whole hot end. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Barton, it might even be them. You know what I'm saying? It was, but it's, you know, you're talking about a really basic you know, enclosed Core XY machine and a really advanced multicolor bed slinger. So yeah, it's kind of in that, it's kind of there. No, it's not bleed. This white is like borderline transparent. You kind of see in the hood. So there's actually no bleed here. It's just that the white that I chose is kind of transparent, which is a bit unfortunate. You can see kind of through it. You can see even here. Like, I didn't know that was just how it was going to be. I have another white that I'm printing at the office on the larger version of this on a bigger machine, and that white is like, you know, you can't see through it. So nice. U1 is very enjoyable. I've been absolutely loving that machine. All right, guys, as usual, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the things out of the box right here, but then we'll put the box down and we'll go from there. So it looks like the lid has the bed in it, and this bed is 260, 260, 260, which is not surprising. It's kind of a bit of a standard. I do like the black instead of the typical tan. I gotta say, for whatever reason, this caught my eye. This looks really uniform. Usually these things are kind of iffy on the edges, but that looks really uniform. I know that's like not a big deal, but whatever. All right, we got a little box with a funky little brush. The most minuscule amount of filament, which is hilarious on a multicolor machine. I don't see spools in there at all. The box is compact, so I doubt there's going to be any more filament in there. AnyCubic, if you're watching this, I just did a video on the Snapmaker machine, the U1. Obviously a different breed of machine. The price is much more than this. But they gave you 4, like, not mini spools, but thin spools of filament. And my comment there was, somebody that's buying this as their first machine doesn't have to do anything but unbox and enjoy the machine for like a while. And I would say, if you can, in the next iteration, at least give us 4 of these things so we can utilize the multicolor, you know, multi-material thing. You know, be confident in your product. Put the filament in there so people can print right away and they don't have to go on Amazon or, you know, Micro Center or wherever to try to get some third-party filament. All right, like that's just a suggestion for me, to you, to every other manufacturer. And start including some filament in there, guys. It really goes a long way to new hobbyists. We got tools. We got a little bit of hardware. Tools are pretty standard. There is a magnet in there. You know, like I mentioned, there's some kind of funky brush. There is a packet of grease. And I believe we have a needle in here if you have any clogs. So put this stuff away. I don't know if we'll need those tools, so I'll keep them out. These little things are for the PTFE tubes, like a spacer, so we'll keep that out as well. Same with the sparks. That's right. Spark X. Yeah, U1's fantastic. It's really just amazing. Amazing. Do you know if multicolor systems can go on the CC? So that was the thing with Elegoo, is they promised that the CC was going to get one, and then they, months later, said that it's not going to, and instead they're going to release a new machine. So I don't think so, because the motherboard that they chose for the CC, Centauri Carbon, doesn't have enough power. So I think you have to upgrade the machine. I could be wrong. I'm sure there's some third-party thing you can add, but as far as I know, Elegoo is not going to do a multicolor on the original CC, only on the CC2. So bump the price a bit to add spools. Yeah, I mean, they kind of have that, I think, right? They have, yeah. So they do. In their defense, I guess, you can get filament for really cheap in here. So you could check the new. Okay, so there you go. So you get, for 4 full spools, $315 total when you select it. So in their defense, they do have it available on their site. I understand that. I'm not requesting 4 full spools. I'm requesting enough to be able to print something, enough to be able to get a feel for the machine without buying something else, especially for machines that are geared for a first-time user. I think it's more important to have the filament in there, just for that lasting first impression. Whereas if this was a machine that's aimed at engineering grade materials, something for work environment, or something more serious, yeah, you don't necessarily need to include filament, because a person that's buying one of those machines is going to be dead set on a really specific filament anyway, or they're already going to have a collection of filament. This one is just a little bit different. Some kind of little plastic drawers and covers. $9 per spool. Pretty good. They're finalizing firmware for the CC1 MMU, according to Elegoo. No other word since January. Right? Yeah. Well, at least I thought they mentioned that they're not going to do it. So that's already a benefit there. All right. So it looks like we have our top spools here, and this is an interesting little mechanism. That's nice. Nice and simple. Click on. Looks like we're going to have some screw-on parts here and some PTFE couplers. All right. Looking like some decent molded plastic. Is this separate? Let's see. Or are we connected? No. Okay, this is separate. All right. So we have here our top gantry. This is all aluminum. Very nice. And look at that. Look at how robust this looks. This is heavy. I'm surprised. I thought this was going to be like a super lightweight, all plastic shenanigans here. It's not. Very nice. Okay, that is quite the tool head. We'll have to get into that in a minute. All right, let me set this off to the side. What else we got? Oh, here's the spools. Here we go. You guys ever eat bugle chips? That's what this reminds me of. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? I think 10 rolls should be included for the same price. No. Let's not get greedy. No, I don't mean just give us free filament. I just think that, you know, if your marketing is going to be heavy on the first printer, and if that's just the type of person you're going to draw in, like I said, just throw them a bone, you know? All right, PTFE tubes and a user manual. Let's see what we got in here. All right, we got some black and white. What's it say? Install the print plate. Really? Why would you install the print plate first? This says remove the print plate. Install the print plate with the front. Interesting. All right. We'll go over that a little bit closer later if we need it. Let's see what else we got in the box. Here we have the filament, the poop flicker, of course, because this machine is going to be pooping. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, we can just remove that. And that is that for the box here. Let's throw this stuff in there. And this, what's interesting is this base, I don't want to say it's lighter, but this base is almost the same, it's almost the same weight as that top gantry. Interesting. All right, this box can go down here. All right, let's get some scissors. Cut that open. Honestly, I wish more filament makers did like a like 10 by 250 rolled sample packs. Go for testing colors for hue forts. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I've seen them before, like on Amazon and stuff, but I've never bought them, to be honest. I always kind of just went for the full ones. But I know what you mean. Hope it was a solid gantry with what it's holding. Yeah, right, yeah. Filament up there. You're right. All right, we got some massive zip ties. And look at the protection here. Let's see. All right, so we got the cable for the bed just going right back here. Notice there's no strain protection or anything of that nature. You guys recall, even the Spark X has kind of a bump out here so that you can't put the anything behind the printer. And this has a rubber protector on it. Now, they do have one of those right here on the back of the bed. But just noting what I'm seeing, that's all. I'm not saying it's a problem at all. Just saying that's what I'm seeing. That's a heck of a wiper. Look at that giant wiper right there. Oh, I was gonna say that's wobbly, but that is just the plastic sheathing around the bed. The bed does look pretty standard thin, thickness-wise, pretty thin. All right, let's get this tape off the front here. There is like a little door. It almost looks like a battery door. Wonder what that is. Make sure my phone's like this in case I get any messages. What is this little door? Curious. Oh, okay. That's just to check belt tension. Nice little access door. What's this? And this is for tensioning the belt. Cool. That's nice. Little little rubber grommet. This looks like, oh, this is for filament. This is, what's it called? Not QR code. NFC for filament. That's cool. The screen looks a little bit larger than some of the other ones. It is not a rotating or collapsible screen, so it kind of just sits out like this. We'll peel it a little later. It does look a little bit bigger, though, which is good. There is another access door on the back right here with some tape. Let's get that undone. Let's take a peek into this one. All right, so this is just the back area, but you have access. Easy to see. All right, and then we have a nice metal chassis in there. Let's take a look. What can we see from the bottom? All right, interestingly enough, this is where the cables are for everything. That looks easy. This is the Z-axis. All right, this is nice. This is a very easy way to do this. Haven't seen that before. Looks like there's going to be some cables. Usually these things are on the top there, but to keep things super clean, it's on the bottom. Very nice. You can see some of the motherboard. Nice little rubber feet. I like the shape of this thing. It's got this nice, thin, really compact body here. Can you guys see the CNC machining on the inside? Yeah, cool. There is a very large metal bar. So that is a metal frame. I see two, it's not even linear rods. It has two linear rails for the bed. The bed carriage is also metal. That looks like a cast piece. Interesting. I thought there was going to be a lot more plastic. So that's cool. All right. I guess we know what to do. We need the hardware right here. We need our new Hodo, of course, right? Our new Hodo. Bam! Let's see. Let's have this thing greet us properly. Oh, I thought I was supposed to say hello. Let's say goodbye. Let's turn that down to 2 Newton meters so we don't break our wrists. Let's see. Which one of these do we need? Right here. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, we'll be ready for that. Actually, let me get the longer one. Right here. I didn't realize there were long and short versions in here. What a fantastic tool. All right. I guess, should I do the instruction thing? All right. 1, install the print plate. Remove the print plate from the printer base. Install the print plate with the front with silkscreen printing facing up, aligning the edges of the print plate with the edges of the heat bed. I'm actually not going to do that in case I drop something on it. I'll put the bed on last. Use a hexagonal wrench to loosen the 6 screws on the gantry's frame Z-axis fixture. Okay. And then we install the entire gantry. Okay. So the gantry has a couple of things we need to undo. So, for example, this absolutely massive zip tie needs to go. Okay, let's free the hot end. There we go. Let's get rid of these things. All right, we move that a little bit over. So over here, we have some plastic retainers that are holding this whole thing in place. Hey, there he is, reprinted. How you doing? All right, this is going to be a little too big. I don't have these smaller Allen keys. Let me actually check underneath here. Is there a smaller one? No, siree. And do I have it here? Is this it? No. Okay, we're going back old school, huh? I have my other Hodo, but you know what? We'll just go old school. And there's little arrows, little blue arrows pointing over here as well. Not self-threaded. Looks like they're M3 hardware. Specifically. I wonder if they're belted together. They are. Okay, so I was just looking at the top here. There is a belt at the top. So they are... Both sides are tied together. Once again, there's more aluminum parts. Right here, these little arms. Can you guys see that? That is aluminum as well. So AnyCubic is really just trying to make a statement with the early bird pricing. And to be honest, I'm here for it. Where did that go? I dropped that right into there, huh? All right, we'll get it out in a second. All right. Anybody printing anything cool? I'm thinking about printing a full color Catan set. Not that Catan is a favorite of mine, but it seems like a really fun multicolor print to do a huge set like that. So I'll be doing some of that. I have some macro SOS builds potentially. I don't know. Depends on how all these machines go. I also have this gigantic thing back here, the Tronxy, or Tron XY VHO 4 with the enclosure, which is just insane. Kami House diorama, nice. That's cool. All right, super smooth motion on the hot end. That's nice. Okay, so it said to undo that hardware and then raise the Z-axis. Okay. Then it said reveal the hardware, which we did. Place this on top and check this out. So on here, there's these alignment pins. So we should just be able to set this down and yep. It just went right into the alignment pins. So interestingly enough, on these bed slingers, well, we typically have to screw in the hardware from the bottom. I usually have to move this thing out to the side. But this is a clever design. We don't have to do that. We're putting it in this way. Okay, there's one. Also, about this tool, check this out. So I just learned this the other day. So if I just touch this button, just kind of put my finger on it, see the speed? But then if I push harder, it goes like triple speed. I had no idea. So if you really needed to slow it down, and then boom. Another CG, is that true? Like, are you trolling, or is that like a fact? Like this thing was, you know, they used AI to design it. Last thing I printed was a garlic shelf I designed myself for my aquarium. Nice. I only have a resin printer for now. Okay, cool. I have a resin printer. I have several resin printers to check out. I have the new Halo X1 by Creality, and I believe an AnyCubic machine is on the way. So I will have a little bit more resin stuff at some point. I joined too late. Did you add any accessories to the order? No, sir. This is actually not an order. This is, in fact, a review unit. So that's why I have it earlier than everybody. So I'm not special or anything like that. This is just, I'm unboxing it so that I can make some content on this machine. My goal, my personal goal, is to compare this thing to similar machines and show you guys in a video format my findings. And I thought this was going to be a much more generic machine than it is. So I'm surprised. Bring a dice box, nice. Yep, STL Flicks, cool. Bring a copper color dragon soda can koozie. That's a lot of words. Just ordered my Q2 today. Love my Q1, so they should be good together. Yes, they are good together. Q2 is great. Print the wall anchors because they don't want to drive to Home Depot. Isn't that the best? I love it when we can just do that type of stuff. It's like my favorite use case. I'm still kind of curious about Creality's filament recycler. Oh my god, yeah. I'm the most curious. I can't wait. Hoping to be a part of that. Hey, thanks for subbing to the channel, Grady. I'm following you on MakerWorld. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I have a bunch of random stuff on MakerWorld. But yeah, I'm hoping that a lot of companies get into making filament recycling systems. I think it's great. It's not going to be very lucrative for them, I'm sure, but it's great for the whole world, you know. Cheers, guys. I'm bringing some model cards. Oh, okay, I see what you mean now. Did a TIE fighter wind up car? Nice. There's some really fun ones out there. I ordered one of these about 3.5 weeks ago. Can't wait till it ships. Yeah, Aaron, you should. I'm assuming about 2 more weeks. So it should be soon. It is a 260. I think the bed said 260. 260 by 260 for this one. Me too, Barton. Me too. Believe me. All right. I'm just going to assume that these covers cover this stuff. We have a left and a right. Let me take off this little red sticker. It's blue. 260 squared. Yes. 260 squared. All right. Let's see how intuitive this is. Let's slide it down. Push. Nope. Didn't get it. I didn't get it. Come on out of there. Let's try again. And push. Okay, you push down. And then you slide or what? We need like a flathead or something. Ah, okay. Let me show you. Let me show you guys a little closer. All right, first we take off super bright blue sticker. This slides down like that. There's some grooves, and then bam, that gets covered. All right, and then there's this cover. What's this cover for? Is there something on the bottom? Oh, this is for the bottom then. Okay, for the electronics. So we do that next. All right, let's see. Heavy. She heavy. You know, I actually have quite a lot of similar machines. Well, this is different, but similar shaped machines in the other room. And I think this might be the heaviest one. That's not a bad thing. Wire connections, yes. What does the bed construction look like? The bed looks pretty standard. The actual carriage itself, here, can you guys see that? It is a thinned metal. It looks like it's a cast metal piece. But look how thick that is. Oh, here we go. I can slide it forward. Yeah, that's metal. I like the fins on it. So it's going to help dissipate the bed from the what's called the heat from the bed. All right, let's see how these connections all work and where they go. All right, let's see what the instructions tell us. We did this part. We added the covers. Now it's saying to put this thing on its side. Let's go ahead and put it down. Go slow. There we go. All right, so I love that there is a spot right here for this cable. Let's plug this in first. So there's a yellow cable, bam. White large cable, says print head, and a smaller one. Guessing this is the fans or something along those lines. Make sure that's in. This one is in, and that's nice. It's a nice little thoughtful idea. Cover this up. Perfect. Plug in this motor. This one's covered, no problems. Okay. Cool. Sticker here. What does this do? Oh, this takes off. This just keeps this cover from coming off. Okay, we took that off. All right, I'll peek in that after it does its initial setup and all that stuff. All right, let's not touch that for now. How's that go on? Did I do it? Nope. There it goes. Okay, click, click. All right. This can go over here. All right, what's next? Now we have the purge wiper, but let's be real, it's a poop flicker. I think that's probably the official term. Poop flicker, is there hardware? I see one. Is it stuck in here maybe? No, is there just one screw for this? Yes, there is quite literally one screw. Okay, that slides on, and this is from the back here? Interesting. AnyCubic is doing things differently, huh? Alright, so that just screws right into it. I guess this has no other reason. Yeah, we got our little poop flicker working. Alright, what's next? You guys got me reading instructions. What is this? Alright, now we got these guys going up. And looks like there is some spots right here that are kind of meant for. There's holes that get covered up with this. That is clean. That's clean. I like that. I like the way that goes on there. It not only covers the holes on the top of these extrusions that they got going on, but just how satisfactory and how perfectly fitting they are. And they kind of just, look at that. It takes some force to put on there too. Bam! And that ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Got some tall whiskers. Then where are my fingers at? So these go on here and click. Go on here, click. Click and click. Okay. We're doing good. Hey, Jeremy. Yes, I think 2 more weeks. 2 weeks before everyone else will be getting them. I have an early unit. The epoxy bed plates have gotten pretty good for adhesion too. Epoxy? PI? Nice, a little good little gaggle of machines right there. Hey, thanks for subbing to the channel, Tino. Appreciate it. Cheers to you. Yeah, the A1 Mini is a rock star. Have it over there. It's gonna go to my daughter. Looks familiar. Does it, Wick? Oh man, look at this. Can you guys tell, like, virtually, how smooth this is? Like, that's nice. What we got here? Oh, there's a little camera blocker. You know, my hope for the camera is not that. It's not super hopeful. Ah, okay. I do have to take this cover off to get this off. On the front here, it says Ace Gen 2 AnyCubic Color Engine. What's your first print gonna be? Poop tray. I usually print whatever is on the SD card. Typically, it's just a benchy or something similar. We did a poop tray on the Sparks machine because it was just on there after a benchy. But we'll see. How are we doing on time? Yeah, it's 10, so we still have quite some time. So we'll see. I'm just gonna keep going, and we'll see what's on there. I'm hoping they have a full bed print, and I'm hoping to have the TPU PLA combination file on there. That would be amazing. So we'll see how they tackled this. But I'm trying to be hopeful. Hopefully it has that first player print. Yes, that's the dream. That's the dream. All right, Hodo tool can go to bed since there's nothing else to use it on. All right, now we got installed a Teflon tube. Speaking of Teflon tubes, I bought a few boxes of Creality's new PTFE with the star. Anybody use it yet? Hey, Nut7, thanks for subbing. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate that. Twitch doesn't get too much love, so every time I see it, I'm like, appreciate that. All right, these all look like about the same distance. They're not different. It's something I can give. I appreciate that. That's very kind. All right, so let's do this. Okay, so they are labeled up here and up there. Okay, so there is no guesswork. I'm plugging in 3, and 3 is going to come up and plug into 3. Here's 4. Go in here, plug in 4. There it goes. We got 1. Plug it into 1. And of course, we got 2. And we'll plug it into 2. I gotta say, this seems like a lot, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Let me see if I can move this back just a bit. Oh, guys, bear with me. Just want to get you guys a better view of the whole thing. I actually don't know if this was any better. All right, what else we got? Done did that. That's it. It says boot, load filament. Add a printer to the app. We'll do that way later. Which slicer do they have? Are they gonna get us to use their own slicer? Yep, AnyCubic slicer next. Okay, that's fine. We'll mess with it. Firmware update. So it says to upgrade the firmware. All right, we'll see what it says and does. This can go back in here. Don't need any of this stuff. Leave out the cable, power cable, although I'll plug in one from my table over here. Let's get these cable management pieces and make this a little bit better. Pop, pop, pop. Bang, bang, bang. And, of course, this for the strain relief. They give you quite a bit of these, but I actually don't think you need to use any more. Like, I'm not even sure I should be using this one. Yeah, I think at this point, it's just going to be pooling on things. All right, that looks like the maximum amount. Okay, so these two are probably for any expansion that you might be doing with the ACE units. I'm going to assume that you can't use the original ACE unit. I'm assuming this is only for the Pro 2s. Anybody know? Medusa. Actually, kind of cool, to be honest. Is it compatible with the Ace Pro 1? That's what I was just thinking. I doubt it. I doubt it's backwards compatible. I know this because the Kobra S1 Max isn't, so I'm just assuming that this is in that same family. You know, if it is Orca rebranded, that's better than trying to make their own thing. Still unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's just the way that things are now. All right, so let's get this on there. There are pins on the back, so that's nice and easy. Snap, snap. Looking good. All right, let's get the power cable over here. I got one right here. Will it be long enough? Just long enough. I didn't see anything about a power switch. Nothing in the instructions about switching from 240. So I'm just going to assume that we should be good to go. Lift the table up a bit now that we don't have a box for it. All right, let's do it. Let's do the initial launch boot up sequence here. Let's go. All right, I heard a click. We got the AnyCubic logo. Let me move the printer up a little bit. All right, bear with me for a sec. I want to set this up a little bit differently. It's still gonna have some camera shake, but hoping to get you guys just a slightly better view. Go like this. You guys have seen the top now. That part doesn't matter. And we'll take a closer look at the hot end once this thing does its whole setup and whatnot, everything it needs to do. Wonder if you can use Orca Slicer? Yeah, I don't know. Usually yes. Side bets it needs firmware update. I mean, I hope so. I hope it does. I like seeing companies that are on top of the firmware. Global. So far the screen feels nice. I just clicked it twice. I haven't typed yet. As soon as I start to put Wi-Fi in here, that's where we're gonna really figure out how good the screen is. All right, let's see. There is a beeping sound. Screen's good. Reminds me of the Creality screen. Similar type of feel. Download an app. I'm not going to do that right now. We'll do that later. Security confirmation before calibration. Please ensure the 6 fixing screws on the X-axis have been removed. Failure to remove them will damage the printer. Gotta give kudos for a good English translation. Most of the time, these type of screens are not very good. Hold on, before I lose this notification. This does come up as an IoT device on the network. So I want to make sure that I jump in and change the name. Since detecting an IoT device is going to be, or not detecting, but tracking that down would be pretty hard. All right, so let's go here. We're going to change this to printer. The name is going to be printer dash AnyCubic Kobra X. Save. Okay. All right, now I don't have to worry about that or figure that out, and then I can easily isolate this machine from the rest of my network, which is going to be good. Sadly, compared to the old days of the original Ender 3, the user experience is already far better than something like this. For something like this, luckily, the Enders fed my I can't read. I can't read or talk. Tendencies. Masochistic tendencies. There we go. English is still really difficult after all these years. Hello, it's been a long time since I've been able to catch a live stream, but I finally upgraded to a P1S and A1 Mini. Been loving them. Juan, that's awesome to hear. Sounds like both fantastic machines and they have been treating you well. Thank you for popping back in. Appreciate you as always. Hopefully we'll be able to install wrinkles. Yeah, right. Right. We'll see. Kind tips. Calibration is about to begin. Expected duration is 35 minutes. Mid-process cancellation is not supported in the process. 35 minutes is the most I think I've ever seen on one of these calibrations. But you know what? I'm good with it. Calibrate. Calibrate it good. Do a good job. I just realized there's an LED in there. Oh, you know what? Does that mean... I didn't even realize. I thought this was like on there. There's a like a numeric LED back here telling you which color is being used. That's cool. That's clever. I like that. Why not? Cool. You remove the screws holding the bed or the X-axis in place. You've already done one step. Oh, did he? Keo. Yeah, man, cool guy. I didn't officially meet him yet, but we have a chat started. You know, great guy, great videos, very entertaining. Yeah. So apparently he forgot that, huh? That's funny. Where's the LAN connection? There is a... Nope, I thought this was a LAN plug. That is not a LAN plug. I don't think this has a LAN connection. Let me check the other side. No, this machine does not have a LAN connection. This is Wi-Fi only. It does have 2 plugs on the end. It has a 4, like a 2x2, 4, and then a 6 plug, but that's for the Ace Pro units. An expansion unit, so that can't be relevant. But this is also nice. So NFC for the filament right here. That's cool. I wonder if we can get into that and use the universal one at some point. All right, so what's this thing doing? It says equipment calibration, 1 out of 4. PID calibration optimization is expected to take 12 minutes. Please wait patiently. So it's literally doing a hot-end PID calibration. And bed as well. So it is currently heating the bed to 50C. And the hot end was already done because I see it cooling down from above 100 to 0. Cool. It's moving right along. Here, let's check out if we have Clipper access right away. Let's see what the IP address is. Let's go back into here. Back. Here we go. AnyCubic 84. No. Let's see if we can do 4008. No. AnyCubic Kobra X fluid. Is there discover if? Okay. It says yes. Do you guys know what we have to type in? Join late. When you're given this printer by AnyCubic for review, if so, besides having a decently popular YouTube channel, how does one get their reviewer list? It took me years and years and years. This is my 6th or 7th year, 6th year on YouTube. It took me a long time to be able to even communicate back and forth with larger 3D print manufacturers. Yeah, I remember really early on, I would just send pretty much just messages being like, hey, I have a YouTube channel. I plan on doing this and this. What people usually really like, or companies usually really resonate with, is a thorough plan with what you're going to do. So I've been doing this for years and years. I've done countless videos, like, hundreds and hundreds of videos on these things. So if there's tutorials, that doesn't really happen anymore on my channel because printers have gotten so easy. There was a lot of tutorial style videos that I started with, but I mostly give them a plan of what I'm gonna do, and a really rough timeline of when I'll be able to do it. And then yeah, most companies won't even have a conversation with you until you have I don't know, let's just say thousands of subscribers at least, because they want their product to be seen by people, so it makes sense. But yeah, this is a review unit. They did send me this machine for a review video, and that's why we're doing this unboxing, because one, I like hanging out with you guys during these unboxings, checking it out together. But yeah, I need this thing unboxed so I can print with it, right? So I can like figure out the cons and the pros. So website says dual network support, Wi-Fi and LAN connectivity. Interesting. Not that I don't believe you, I just want to see where it says so I can send them an email and be like, hey, look. Specifications. Dual network support. Dual band Wi-Fi plus LAN connectivity. Multiple connections options ensure rock-solid file transfers. Oh, that's not what they mean. This is a bad translation. They mean that you can turn off their app, their communication with phoning home. You can have it in LAN-only mode, which means all it does is connect to the internet so that you can reach it from your device and nothing else. It does not mean that there's a LAN connection. Hey, Zoomy. How are you? Oh, 6,000. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that, Aaron. Thank you. What was it? 84? Dang. 192. 84. 6,000? Why 6,000? Oh, no, I don't get it yet. Maybe it's because it's doing... No, it should already be running Clipper. 192.168.68.84. 192.168.68.84. No luck. No, he has... I don't think so. Well, he is our Aaron, but a different Aaron. No RG45. No, right. That's correct. Hey, Papa's here. How are you, man? How you doing? Hope all is well. So yeah, that's what LAN means. Just so you know. Now, what about Clipper? So here's the thing. And this has kind of been a thing that I've personally had with AnyCubic, is their use of Clipper. I know for a fact their other machines use Clipper, but they claim it's not Clipper, that they've rewritten it. But you can very easily, with a few lines of code, have Clipper show up. So I'm not just there has to be some weird definition that they're going off of, right? And I'm pretty sure that this also is like that. I'm pretty sure this is also running Clipper. But they're going to work very hard not to have Clipper anywhere, which is what has been happening with their other machines. And I've made videos about this on the S1 Pro, right? S1 Pro. I have a tutorial on how to... Actually, did I ever make a tutorial? I just spoke about it. I think I just spoke about it on several occasions. That you can turn... Oh, yeah, in my review video, I talked about Clipper just in general. And how they are not giving us access to it. I don't know if it's the same here, but I don't see anything about Clipper just, off the rip here. Firmware. So nothing on the firmware, just to be able to get some updates. Yeah, so it looks like we'll have to do like a wrinkles thing. Aaron, I appreciate that. I guess it's not available right away. There might be a thing in settings where you can select to get root access. So we'll definitely be checking on that. Yes, it's still doing PID tuning on the bed. I thought wrinkles was required to open web interface and other AnyCubic printers. I doubt they're running web service, even if it's Clipper code. Right. That's probably the thing. That's probably what's happening. In fact, wrinkles, Kobra X. Is there support for Kobra X yet? So no, there's no support for Kobra X yet. So I shouldn't even be bothering with it. I'm sure there will be. It's going to run something very, very similar. All right, and then since that's happening, let's go back. Back again. Oh, I guess not. AnyCubic. Kobra X. Let's go back in here. Okay, we got some movement. We're on 2 out of 4 now. Detecting resonance. Please do not touch the printer. All right, so we're going to do some vibration compensation here. Let's go to, where is it? Help Center, software. Doink. Nice. Oh, the toolhead's deep. Yeah, once it's all done, we'll take a look at the HOTA in there before we load Filament in it. Wow, look at that. I've never seen them do that before. I don't know of a single other machine that does this. What? I've never seen that. It's mesmerizing. It's doing the lambada. Wow. It wasn't even that loud, to be honest. Oh, here's the bed. Oh, the bed does it too. It's not just moving. It's doing like a shimmy as it goes. Okay, the bed's loud. But I wonder what that's achieving. I've never seen anything else do that. That's unique. I wonder, would it produce a different graph? 2 hops this time. Since you've been doing this for 6 years, what has been your favorite printer? Favorite printer in general, or favorite like consumer printer? My favorite printer in general is probably my Voron right there. The Voron Trident. Fantastic machine, can do anything that you want. You obviously have to build it and do all kinds of stuff. I think one of my favorite machines just out of the box is probably the H2D, Bamboo Lab H2D. The Snapmaker U1 is making a close comeback there. There's a lot of machines that have gotten really, really good. I think picking one is like tougher than ever. There's just so many phenomenal machines. Like, for example, my Voron V0 over here is amazing. 10 out of 10. If I need a small machine that needs to print something, if I have a small part that needs to be printed fast in ABS, I'm booting that thing up. But is that the best machine? If I was to have one, probably not. I wouldn't be able to do much else on that machine. You know what I mean? That's why that thing kind of covers all the bases. The X1 Carbon has been amazing. The K2 Plus has been amazing. I just added a second CFS to it. So now I have 2 CFSs. It's a huge machine, has heating in it, super fast. The hot end goes really hot. What's interesting is one of my favorite machines that I had was the Piapoli Magneto X. It's one of those things where it brings you joy just from owning it without even printing to it. But its since has been broken, and I don't have the time to troubleshoot it further than I already have. So unfortunately, it's going to get replaced with something else. But that has been a favorite of mine for years, even when it's down, which is kind of crazy. No Z. No Z, get it? Flying Bear. Flying Bear was super fun. Do you still have your SK1? I do not. I do not. What was the SK1? Was that a Tron XY machine? Oh, 2 trees. 2 trees. No, I do not have that machine. But it was fun. That was a fun machine. It just needed somebody who wanted to tinker more to make it better. And unfortunately, I wasn't the guy at the time. All right, let's download this. Just downloading the slicer to add to my collection. I have Orca Slicer, Prusa Slicer, Bamboo Studio, Chitty Studio, AnyCubic Slicer next. Oh, I already have it. Snapmaker Orca, Orca Flash Forge, FL Sun Slicer, Creality Print, and also the slew of resin slicers as well. I might as well just install this one as well, because I'm sure that there's updates to it. Yeah, even the icon's different. Yep, replace. All right, we'll install that slicer. Wow, it's taking a sweet time. What's going on here? What's a good filament dryer? One of my favorite filament dryers is the Creality Space Pi. Is that what it's called? Space Pi X4. The Creality Space Pi X4 is an amazing filament dryer. It goes really hot. It has 2 zones, 2 separate zones. It has automated settings where it automatically detects humidity and goes. If you have you don't, but if you have an AMS, the original AMS, the Tetris system by Ibos is amazing. Also does really similar settings to this. It doesn't go quite as hot. Another good one is the Sunlu, what's this box called? I don't remember what this, E2. The Sunlu E2, although it only has space for one kind of filament area, it can go as hot as 110, which means you can anneal in there. So that's a whole game changer. It makes this thing, an actual amazing heater. So the Sunlu E2, if you want to get really serious. Otherwise, the Creality Space Pi X4 is amazing. You can print right out of it. It's just a really good one. Now it's doing active noise reduction. So it looks like that's the last step, is noise reduction. How much is it? It's pricey. They're both kind of pricey. I don't remember off the top, but I remember them being pricey. The Piapoli printer did look pretty cool. I had my hopes. I heard there were problems, but magnets, gotta love them. Exactly. No, they looked incredible. I mean, I have it right off there, but yeah, it's just really complicated. It's really complicated, and it was their first machine of FDM, at least. It was their first FDM machine, and it was extremely ambitious. And that's why it had such a hype around it, was because it was so ambitious, but it was this company that was all about open source and giving back to the community, which is very unlike other 3D printing manufacturers. So yeah, they definitely ran into their issues, and they're fully aware of them, and they help anyone out as much as they can. And the machine is so good; it has its own communities based around it. So if you have the want and the need, you can definitely have that thing running. I got a Space by 2 for like $50. Well, Space by 4 is very different. The Space Pi 4 goes really hot. I think it goes to like 85. And like I said, it has all the smart sensors in it, so you can sense humidity automatically and all kinds of stuff. Definitely worth looking into. The best 2 days of Magneto owners are the same as the best 2 days of a boat owner. Mark, that is great. Yeah, the best boat you can have is not one that you own. Yeah. Yep. Hey, Jason. Yeah, I mean, I hear good things. I don't have one, unfortunately, to be able to tell you like firsthand experience, but I hear good things about the original, and I know people are really looking forward to using CC2. I'm not sure. I can't really recommend machines that I don't have on hand, though. So it looks like we're almost done active noise reduction. This has so many high-end features for a machine that costs $280. It's kind of wild. Tom Katz on Kick said he wants to stream with you. He's live right now. I'm not sure. I know a Tom Katz. Cool that he wants to stream with me, though. That's fun. Hey, Caleb, how you doing? You need to do a video on how to anneal prints. I just annealed one last week. It was a PPS-CF print that I did for a friend of mine that's making a product and seeing if it's a viable solution to print. And I tried a bunch of different materials. PPS-CF. I actually got a message of him to see if that one worked well. We had some shearing issues, and I annealed ABS-CF and PPS, and they still sheared even after being annealed. But you can read the manufacturer's specifications on which material needs to be annealed for how long. I think I did PPS I did it overnight. I think it was either 8 or 6 hours. I don't remember now. At 100 degrees, which is quite hot. I did the Space Pi mod to my CFS. Felt wrong tearing apart the Space Pi and cutting the CFS. So far, it's been doing great. I didn't know you can join those two together. That sounds pretty cool. There you go. Right there. Bam. Anneal is when you heat an already printed filament. That makes it stronger, makes the layer lines bond together even more, and strengthens the filament in general. Yep. All right, so now we're doing the noise reduction on the bed. Cool. We're doing the whole shebang. Also, why this is going on? Let's get some filament, right? I don't know if there's gonna be any multi filament shenanigans on there, but if there is, I got this filament out. There's a little bit left, but it is a beautiful filament. I think this is a Sunlu, kind of like a transparent black. There you go, transparent black with glitter in it. Not much love, but it's just really good looking. So we'll probably throw that on there. Where's one? One is over here. And some steel gray, some green. Matte pastel peanut. Wow. Matte sunrise orange. Matte fossil gray. Ooh, that sounds good. Matte savannah yellow. Matte lava red. Ooh. I'm kind of thinking about this pastel peanut. What is that color? So interestingly enough, what I was just reading to you, is Polymaker's new refill line. Cheap filaments. If you have some spools, like bamboo spools. Here, let me grab one. I don't think the Sunloose refillable spools fit. I think I have some bamboo spools. I do. Here, let's grab a bamboo spool. All right, so if you have some bamboo spools like this, don't forget that they can come apart. And then we go in here. Our Polymaker refill. Actually, just for fun, let me see if it'll fit into the Sunlu. No, the Sunlu spools are just a little thinner. So yeah, pretty good stuff. Let's get that undone. And there is even a sticker in there, so you can label it. All right, so that just slides on there like this. Close this. There is a notch you gotta catch. Let's see, where's the notch? Okay, notch is right here. There we go. That's in. And bang. And actually, can I just pull them? Ah, you can just pull. Here, let's get this in here. And here, this looks really nice. I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna be printing some a whole bunch of Catan pieces in multicolor. And this is gonna work out great. So this color, and then you have this sticker that they give you. And it should even be pre-cut. It is. You guys see this? It's pre-cut with that circle. So you can put it right into here. Right there. Check that out. Look at that label. Panchroma PLA Matte Pastel Peanut Butter. Look at that. And we got ourselves a new spool. You can also, if you don't have these spools, you can also print them. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, if anything, we'll be using that as well. I just got a roll of Polymaker refill spools, bronze silk PLA. It will fit a Sunlu spool, but it worked better in a reusable spool I had printed. Really, maybe it's just this one then. This one is just PLA plus, but it's narrower. Yeah, like this, there's no way it would fit. No way. Yeah, that's also a Sunloose spool, and it is also narrower. Maybe there's like an adapter you can print that makes this a little wider or something. But definitely won't fit in there. Actually, just play Catan. Nice. I haven't played it in years. It was a game that I played really early on in my board gaming career, I guess. And yeah, it was cool. It got me further into board gaming. Then it kind of just went buck wild. But yeah, I haven't played Catan forever. We have friends that really like Catan. I was thinking of just printing a whole set just to give it a go. Haven't played it in years and years. So, do you think AnyCubic will keep the Kobra 3 V3 V2 if the X does well? No, I don't think they will. I think everything's going to go in this direction. Yes, I appreciate it, BW. Thank you. And hello, by the way. How are you? All right, let's see. It says initialization is complete. Self-check and zeroing, resonance, auto-leveling, and active noise reduction. Enjoy and have fun. Well, thank you, AnyCubic. Hi, enjoy and have fun. All right. Material status not installed. Start printing. Interesting that the interface doesn't look exactly like everything else right off the bat. Usually companies like to kind of copy themselves. All right, let's see if there's anything in the settings here. It does claim that it has a hardened 0.4 millimeter nozzle. Print settings. Filament backup. Let's have that on for sure. Filament block. Sure. What's fan mean? Oh, that's just to turn the fan on. All right. Calibration, we just did it. AI detection. I'm not going to have AI detection on for now. Okay, no other real settings. Is there anything under control? No. Let's go into here. Account is not bound. LAN mode's off. Device. Printer information. There is a firmware upgrade. So I'll have to do that, unfortunately. General system restore. Okay, so there isn't like an advanced or anything like that. I'm going to turn on this beeping sound. Turn off, rather. All right, what does the update have? Oh, it's quite a bit of version hop, too. Optimize abnormal extrusion and step loss during printing. Well, that's important. Improve printing stability. Fix other known issues. All right, hopefully this doesn't take too long. All right, the download's happening quick. It's worth it. It's worth doing firmware updates. They catch stuff, they fix it, they send it there. It's worth it. Have you tried the Polymaker HTPLA? I haven't, but I have some. I've been holding out for a project. I'll tell you which ones I have. I have yellow, black, gray, and red. So those are the ones that I have. I'm just waiting for something that I could use it on instead of just printing meaningless things, you know? Like that smash button, that's right. Who says that? Is that Nero's thing? Nero loves saying that. Hanging in there. Skimming from shoveling some Lake Michigan. I did that earlier. For a chunk of snow, get carried over. Hey, yeah, that's true. Yep, I did some shoveling myself. Luckily, we didn't get too much here. And it was that like wet type snow that's, although it's heavy, it's easy to shuffle, luckily. There's also a game update patch, and 3D printers are the same out of the box. Hey, Warpaint, how you doing, by the way? That's right. Yep. There's always game updates and patches. Always. You know, lucky for us, we get these upgrades. It's beeping at me. System upgrade finish. Please manually restart the device. Okay, that was really fast. All right, it's off. Let's wait a second. I bought the AnyCubic Kobra X, not showing up until March 10th or so. It'll be my first 3D printer, watching as much as I can about it. What type of tools and filament, and where can I get it at? Scotty, first of all, welcome to 3D printing. You're going to have so much fun. This seems like a pretty cool machine as a first machine. What kind of tools? You definitely want to pick up some snips. You're just going to need these. Cutting some filament here and there, putting it back on the spool. This is an amazing tool to just have in general. A set of really good Allen keys is also really nice. One thing I can recommend is something like this from Amazon that has a bunch of different heads in here. Just means that this one tool will do anything that you might need if you need to tighten something or you have a project with M3 screws, which a lot of 3D printed stuff has. This is really nice. I'd recommend you more like the Hodo tools that I have and stuff, but that's a little bit later. What other tools? Oh, here we go. One of these things. So this is a tool that helps you clean up edges. These are really inexpensive on Amazon. They come with a whole lot of these little tips. But essentially, what do I have that's 3D printed over here? Let's say I just printed this piece right here. Actually, you can see that this has a... Well, let this thing... There we go. You can tell this has a little bit of a lip. Here, you kind of see my nail gets hung on it. So what this thing does is it lets me put this thing on the edge and I just move it and I see it cuts off that little tiny bit. And now this is super smooth. And where'd that little piece go? Yeah, so it just takes off a nice little rounded piece all the way around and lets you clean things up, especially if you need things to fit inside of other things. It helps you get the elephant foot from the bottom. So these are really inexpensive. They're like 10 bucks. Really good tool. Deburring tool is what it's called. Deburring tool. I've also hammered on this because you can take this thing out, and I've used that as some kind of punch. But that's beside the point. These are nice, really inexpensive, very nice tool to get started with. What other tools can I recommend? I think that'll be a really good starting point. I think as you do more printing and more projects, you'll figure out what you need. I don't think there's any specific tools for any specific type of 3D printing that you're doing. I think depending on which genre you end up going at and what you do with your machine is kind of going to dictate your tools. But yeah, a good set of Allen keys is good. A scraper. Speaking of scraper, this is probably the best one that you're going to be able to get. The Panda Edge. You don't have to have this. You can just buy these blades and you can print these things. This one has magnets in it. It's machined. This is a little bit overkill, but it's one of those things where it's the last one you will get. And the point of this is this gives you the perfect angle right there on the bed, which means you can actually scrape the bed without damaging it. Anything else will kind of poke at the PTE and mess it up, or PI, excuse me, and mess it up. So these tools are very nice. Some machines come with them, some don't. This one does not. So this is definitely a good one that you can get, the Panda Edge. I believe it's around $10. Obviously, like I said, you could buy it for a few bucks and print your own. I believe Creality has one. Like this came on the K2 Plus, I believe. So same concept, same blade, just a smaller tool. Very helpful. You could just use a scraper like this, which I've used for years, but these definitely damage. They definitely 100% damage things because they don't guide you and they have really sharp corners. And since there's nothing to hold in the same way, you can do some damage. Oh, this is a fantastic tool. The No Clogger tool. If you search No Clogger, you'll find it. This thing is awesome. It's essentially this pin. It's the same diameter as filament. If you ever have a clog, you remove these tubes and push this down through the extruder. This one's going to be pretty interesting because of what's in here. So I'm not sure that that's going to be friendly for it. But definitely declogging from either the top or the bottom is crazy useful. Scraper is like $22. It might be. But it's really good. It's the last one you're ever going to want or need. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, yep, that's right. You can print. Here's an example of a printed one. This file comes on an A1 Mini. They come with this blade in a little baggie, and you can print your own, and it does exactly the same thing. It has that thing. It has a thumb protector on it, so you can just bash things off. I believe if I open this little thing, is it down here? Yeah, you can buy these. Or is this a different blade? Oh, it's a different blade. Never mind. That's just like a razor blade. Yeah, I believe there's even tools that use these razor blades, so you can spend literally like under $1. All right, let's go back to this. All right, so we are back at it. Let's go to start printing and see what's on here. USB, video, and history. Let's go to test model. All right, they do have it. Okay. Oh, this is great. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff on here. How can I show you guys what's on here? All right, hold on, bear with me. I want you guys to see this. So I'm gonna bring you in. Oh, the camera doesn't like being turned like that. All right, let's see. Can we do this? All right, and then what I can do, go here, and we'll zoom in. Zoom, enhance. Wait. Enhance. Okay, we're enhanced. All right. Every time Feder moves the camera, pretend he's giving me the piece. That's pretty good. That's as a father of two, that's pretty funny. Hey, sissy kid, what's happening? Hey, thanks for subscribing, Michael. Good to see you here. Thank you. Zoom, enhance. That's right. That's right, Pope. Oh, peace. Amazing. All right. So we got a spider made of PLA. We have a benchy. Can I see these larger? Yeah, cool. Auto leveling, flow calibration, time lapse. Okay. Benchy. We have this. This is the full build plate. It's 27 minutes. It's 11. We can do this and another thing. So we're definitely going to do that. We have just a Flexi Shark. Anything multicolor? Okay, we have a beer opener that's multicolor. We have a single color beer opener. We have a freaking reusable spool, which we just talked about. The whole damn spool's on here. This says the one. Does this say the two? This says another. So this one's 2 hours 42 minutes. 2 hours 41 minutes. I wonder what the difference is. Is it different material? No, they're both PLA. There's one. Oh, okay. One is one side, one's the other. Okay, I get it. We have a poop tray. 6 hour poop tray. We have a 4-color 7-hour fidget. We have a 4-color just cube. It says 13 hours. Wow. 258 grams. Why would you do that? Not sure. And of course we have a dragon. This is the same dragon. This is the same dragon as the U1. Okay, we're gonna print that. We're gonna print that 9 hours. Okay, so this might be the second print. Okay, so for the first print, I mean, we definitely have time to do this, and I really want to do it. Should we do it in this new tan filament so that it looks, so we can see it exactly? Do the 7-hour poop tray, leave the stream on, we'll be here. Yeah, thought about it. Yeah, I mean, there is. I mean, listen, looks wise for sure, but there's been some innovation on both the Sparks machine and this one. There's so much. I'm genuinely excited. One, at this price point, to be able to not see just pure budgetary, but to actually see like true innovation in these machines is so cool and so refreshing. Like, it's been so stagnant, even with the XY boom, XY with the Core XY like boom of machines. Still, the innovation is really cool to see. Piece. That's fantastic. All right, I'm definitely doing this, but first, I promise you guys we're going to take a look at the tool head. So let's go back here. Let's zoom back out. Let me bring you guys into here. And we're going to take a closer look. Long poop tray. The long way. All right. It's on still, but that's okay. We're going to take a look here. So this cover just kind of pops off. I'm assuming this is a part of the screen, so that doesn't pop off. There's Allen keys. All right, so this is the cutter. The cutter, just slides right here and just cuts? Oh, yeah, okay, so the cutter is interesting. So there isn't actually like a lever or a push rod or anything. There is this groove right here, and this thing has a rounded edge, and when it hits, it has no other place to go but to push the lever forward and cutting. So when it goes here to home, it cuts. Very clean and easy. The cutter is on the bottom of the hot end. That's why there is a short nozzle, because the cutter is all the way down here. That's great. Man, okay, so that's different. That's a very unique thing. All right, so let's see. So there is this, and what does this do? This takes this out. What does that do? Can I raise the Z? I need the Z to be raised. Extruder, XYZ, 50 millimeters, Z up. Home axis. All right, hold on. Before you home, this gets closed. This gets pushed this way. Okay. Confirm. So I need the home first. Oh, it homes that way. Okay, homes where the flicker is. It's in the back. All right, and move X in the middle. Right here, and let's go up. Home the axis. Oh, I thought I did. Oh, I see. I have to home the Z. All right. 4 boops. And go up. All right. Short nozzle, great though. I thought you want a long melt zone. Well, the melt zone is down here. The cutter over here means that when it cuts the filament, the waste is tiny. Whereas most printers are cutting way above, all the way up here at the top of the hot end. So you're constantly getting rid of this much filament. If I'm getting rid of this much filament, that's much better. All right, so that opens what? What does that do? Do I have to push something, do something? Do I spin? Do I rotate? How do I remove that? How do I remove the sock? Aha! There's a whole nother mechanism over here. Okay. There it is. All right, so that's the nozzle. So it is still an inductive nozzle, just like the majority of other manufacturers are doing. But basically, instead of having the entire heat sink up here and then cutting, we're cutting right here. So that's the only tip That's the only piece of filament that's left. Everything else goes back up. So let's see. This is flexible here. So we are putting that against it. Let's see. We go up. And we go in. How does this work? Oh, I see. Just like that. Okay, that's in. And then I push this to the side. Put that over it. Nope. The other way. Push this first. This on it. Yep. Click. And then this is a collar goes in. And this goes in. Like that. Okay, and that's on there. And then this gets pushed in. Cool. I like this. I like this. I like this. I like that. I like that they're trying something. This is different. It's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. And as far as the extruder goes, can we take a gander? I want to see the art. I want to see the art that is this extruder. Oh, I almost wish this was transparent. Maybe that's a resin print that we can do. Like, I want to see this work. Oh, it's okay. So it's quite in there actually. Interesting. Okay, so the extruder has its own shenanigans going on inside. So we have first of all, a giant dot matrix LED, which is hilarious. Actually, don't know what it's called, dot matrix. Look at this tiny little stepper motor. Yeah, tiny little stepper motor. We have a sensor. I see a bearing. I mean, there's not much that you can see from this side. It looks like I can go further. There's definitely 4 screws right here that'll remove this. But, you know, let's print with it a little bit. Maybe this is a video that we'll do as a teardown. Can I see anything from the back here? Nope, just a board on the back. Pretty typical stuff. There's a nice heat sink on there. No, nothing too crazy back there. All right, so I kind of thought that we'll be able to see, you know, based on their marketing, like based on... Wait for it. Based on... Whoa. Oh, I've never even been to this section. Cool. This. I kind of thought that this would be back there, you know what I mean? What a great marketing animation. Or a picture. But it looks like it just goes straight through. So it's right behind this motor. So basically, that's why there's a gear right here. This is probably the drive gear. The motor is over here. Although it looks like the motor's gearing is a worm gear at the top here, which would be somewhere right here. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely really eager to check out what's in there. But I'll do this on my own accord and probably make a video on what's in there. All right, so this is actually a diffuser that's much needed because that LED is actually super bright. All right, so let's see what loading filament in is like. Sometimes new is cool and not so good. Not enough experience behind. Sometimes I feel like these companies use as is. Probably is what you were trying to say. Yeah, I mean you're definitely right. Like it's not. Basically, whenever I see new stuff like this, just like the Magneto, you guys know already. I'm into it. I love the tech. I love seeing new things instead of just this is a copy of this, a copy of that. Look, this one's slightly larger. Look, this one's a different color. You know what I mean? I like seeing companies push for stuff. Obviously, it has to work, and that's a part of my whole job, right? Is to test it to see if it works. and hopefully I can find out ahead of time so that I can make a video and show it to you guys. But occasionally things work out, and that's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for this thing to work out. All right, let's get you guys closer to here. It's gonna move a little bit with the printer when it's in this area, but that's all right. Here, let's do this. All right, so let's load up filament. So we're gonna go here. Let's do this tan filament right here. We're gonna load it into 4. Let me cut this off. And this is a matte filament too. All right, so you do have to manually push it in. Like usually, you know, you kind of like get just a piece of it into an AMS and it starts to pull it further. This one does not. All right, so that's in. I'm gonna hit 4. There's no RFID. No consumables were detected. Please gently push. Oh, there it goes. Okay. There it goes. Extrude and retract. It's PLA. The color. Ooh, lots of colors. Wow, there's a lot of colors. What's this? Oh, look at this. No way. You guys are going to think I'm nuts. Look at this. Do you guys see what that is? I can put my own hex in there. Guys, I don't think you realize how cool that is. Man, as a graphic designer, I really, really appreciate that. Will it save it? Hold on, let me we got Illustrator loading. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Here we go. Open. Here. Here. Let's do this one. Open Sesame. All right, my official blue is 2D3870. 2D3870. Enter. Oh. That's so cool. Confirm. Oh, I can keep going? No way. No way. My gold is FFD 36C. Guys, that is so cool. How many can I add? Can I just keep going? Oh, I'm loving it. This is like this is one of those things where why doesn't everybody do it? Screen, where'd you go? Okay. 9 F1 A26. Go. That's my red. Oh my god. Man. Okay, guys, somebody, you know, that's in the design industry. The fact that I can pick my own colors, and look how many they have. Look at this. Look at this. That's so cool. It's not at all. You know, it's the little things, guys. I really, really appreciate that and like that. That is cool. All right, we're going with a tan. Do we need to extrude it? No, I'm not going to extrude it. I'll let it do that for printing. But it's in there. It's loaded. Test model. Let's go here. Auto leveling, of course. Flow calibration, sure. Next steps. Yep, it already picked the closest color. Shows you up here that it's all the way on the right. Start printing. We get a little song. Cool. Man, that is really cool. Haven't used that feature on my S1. Did they have that on the S1? Maybe in an update. I have to pull that up. Zoomy. Zoomy, you know what? I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm sorry I didn't even mention that earlier. Good to see you in here. And you're not feeling too hot. Glad you're up and doing stuff with bacon and whatnot. So look at that. So we got our big 4 LED over here. Cool. I like seeing this stuff. I like that this isn't just what it immediately looks like. You know what I mean? You see another machine that looks like this, that has this silhouette, and out of nowhere, it's a clone. So obviously, I want to see it backed up. But yeah, I'm very happy to see new innovation like this. Let's see, can I get this a little bit better? Yes. According to their site, they are shipping on the 10th. And there's 4 days left for this price. Guys, if you are planning on checking out this printer, please use my affiliate link that's in the description. It would help me out tremendously, obviously, if you guys go through my link. It doesn't cost you anything. All it does is it lets them know that I brought you there, and it gives me a kickback, a small kickback for the channel. So it helps greatly. But yeah, according to this chart right here, it looks like everything starts to ship to the United States, at least, between March 10th and March 20th. So we're just a couple weeks away. Lots of question marks from Circus. What's up? Did I miss something? What's a good temp for PLA? I do 225. Yeah, 225 is good. 220, 225, pretty good. Told you to use the AI to design it. Asked how to add user needs to a printer. Good. Yeah. So far, I hope the performance is what it is. Like, obviously, we haven't printed with it yet. But so far on paper, and the initial is very high. Very, very excited. Can you check the settings if you do have something to unlock fluid? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like we're going to have to wait for something like wrinkles. So it looks like we have no clipper access at all. In fact, they don't label this clipper anywhere on here at all. So it's one of those. Clipper, yep. Clipper is mentioned 0 times. What a beautiful shot. Obviously, this is just, you know, I'm not going to say it's AI because someone probably rendered this and took ages to do, but beautiful shot. Beautiful camera angle here, the lighting. Very, very good. Yeah, they don't talk about the firmware at all. Yeah, by the way, here's the perfect example of what they mean by LAN. So originally, right now, when you do anything from your computer, it goes to them first, kind of like Bamboo Lab, and from there it goes to the machine. Same with if you do something on the app, it goes to their servers and then to the machine. However, if you turn on LAN mode, it doesn't go home anymore. It just sits on your network between your machine and that. So you lose features like remote functions at all. You lose the app, which usually is nice when you're remotely, checking a print while you're at work or something like that. But it definitely has its downsides for both. Is there anything? Oh yeah, so firmware is Kobra OS. Hey, that's cool, man. We'll see you on the unpause. Thank you for popping in, man. Have a good night. Hey, Jason, you as well. Thank you for being here. See you on the next one. It depends. It depends. I'm. It's not a deal breaker, but I definitely appreciate it way more when they're open about it, instead of being forced into something. There was examples of early Creality of trying to hide Clipper and saying like there was not for safety, but saying it wasn't perfect yet, so they didn't want to release their code until it was done at a certain version, like that type of thing. And eventually they released it, and now everything's open source and fantastic. But they didn't at first, and I spoke to them many times about it. I even stood on stage and talked about it. I talked in videos about it all the time to every manufacturer. I did the same thing when I reviewed the S1, and I'll do it again for this one and the other one. But like I said, if they claim it's their own, it better be right. And if something like Wrinkles is able to just show them wrong, enable Moonraker, enable Fluid, well, I don't want to say that they're guilty because I don't have proof. So right now, they're innocent until proven guilty. And right now, I'm just going to focus on the cool stuff that I'm seeing. And there's definitely some cool stuff. Definitely some cool stuff. Check out this review. I've been a Bamboo user until now. This technology and price are unmatched. Can't wait to try an AnyCubic Kobra X. Interesting. Can't wait to try. Can't wait to try is an interesting thing to say in a review. I've been a Bamboo user until now. Interesting. Cool. Solid review so far. I'm guessing this has been going out in batches. Some people have it, some people don't. So this person rated it 5 stars. Just ordered it. Can't wait to have it. So you let me get this straight, G, from Germany. So you ordered a product and you rated it before you before you used it. You're like so excited about your purchase, you gave it 5 stars before you have it. What if it's crap? They just said on the news that we've had 91.1 inches of snow this season so far. Oh my god. That's crazy. I wish they showed how the Ace Pro is hooked up with the different hubs and how it affects the print times. Yeah, I mean, they don't show it directly, although we can kind of deduce how. But yeah, I'm assuming the print times are gonna be longer because it has to pull that filament out way further than what it does with 4 colors. But yeah, this right here is all you really need to know. So on the back of these machines, on the back of these units, there's 4 PTFE tubes coming out. So all 4, because that's how they get it. That's what they want you to be able to use abrasives and things like that. And the faster, because the filament's loaded further, it needs to retract way less than a standard like CFS or AMS unit. So they have 4 individual PTFE tubes going into usually 4-to-1 or an 8-to-1 in this case, so that it knows that from here to here is a specific distance. So basically, this thing will start to go until it hits the extruder. As soon as it hits the extruder, it'll back up a certain amount. It'll know it'll go right to about here or just past the tubes. So yeah, you're getting about what, maybe a foot and a half of distance between each one. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer. But the fact that you can do this is crazy. Like, no one's really doing this. I don't see why. Like, I would love to see an example of why someone would need this. But if you had PETG in one, PLA in one, TPU in one, a bunch of different colors, and all of them are heated and managed in here, and you had the money to do this, yeah, that's the best kind of setup. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to juggle filament. You're just like, yeah, I want 2 and I want 10. You know what I mean? You're good to go. This is cool. So, good stuff. The AnyCubic Kobra 3 V2 had a huge mixed reaction on the internet. Some people loved it, and some people just absolutely had a horrible time with it. So it is what it is. It's not looking too great, to be honest. I just noticed because I wasn't really looking. We got some waviness going on. That one corner in the front is definitely hot. And if this was Clipper, I'd pull up the bed mesh right now and we'd see it and everything would be fine. I'm trying to work out how this printer is $280 USD for you Americans, but $270 GBP for us in the UK. How does that translate, Mark? What's can you give me a numerical value? Honestly, I obviously don't know what the rate is there. Which one is more? Which one's less? There must be a 4-to-1 for each. Well, Mark, as we saw in the accessory shop here, there is an 8-to-1 right here. So there is an 8-to-1 hub right here. So here's the 4-to-1, and here is an 8-to-1. Oh, sorry, right here. Boom. And this thing's $10. And it looks like it's 50% off right now. 279 USD is 209 GBD. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, probably shipping and tariffs. Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, we're definitely getting some more hopping over there. I can feel it in the table. The negative is always louder on internet. Ugh, you don't have to say that twice. That I know. I know firsthand. But isn't that matte? Matte's more of a pain in that. Is it? Is it? I print with a bunch of mattes. It might be a warehouse. It might also be just the market. The market might be larger. It might even be significantly larger. And they price it, you know, depending. That could be a thing. Who knows? You know, so far not the best. Not the best. It looks like we're going close. You know, for what it's worth, going closer is better than too far away. Too far away means the first layer starts to break apart and it doesn't hold. Too close means you get waviness. So yeah, looks like we got our second high spot right there. And I did do a bed leveling beforehand, so it did do it. Matt is always giving me a hard time. Still doesn't stop me buying it. 14, yep, that's right. So 2 by 8 ways, and then you have 2 more PTFEs from each 8-way. You need to get it down to 1 PTFE. That's right. I'm assuming they come with some kind of coupler or something. You know, I'm happy that they put this file in there. Like, I know it's not perfect. That's cool. I'd much rather, you know, showcase this type of stuff right up front so that I'm familiar with what I got, than to hide it and not put this type of thing in there. So kudos to AnyCubic for putting this file on there. And it is going nearly edge to edge, which is cool. But yeah, I wonder what's up with the bed mesh. Very quiet on the desk. I can hear it moving, but it's literally right next to me, like less than a foot away from me. I could work with this thing next to me. No, for a second, I'm married. Yeah, you develop a little bit of a thick skin, huh? Anyone in the chat into Meshtastic? This is a bit random. I gotta find some filament to print that dragon with. So since that dragon is red, let's get yellow, black, white, and probably like a green. Oh yeah, I have just the green for that. All right, let's do this. Let's go unload. We'll unload this green. I need that yellow. This yellow is right here, so we'll just reuse that yellow. Here, let's use this black, right? Unless there's a black up here that I can use. I think this is not, yeah, that's rubber. Here's the white. Okay, so we got white. We got yellow. Which directions is going? Go like this. This white's gonna go like this. So we need this green, green and black. Right? Is there black on the dragon? Yes. All right, unload. All right, and that way we'll have a really good comparison with the Dragon from the AnyCubic and the U1. It looks like your K1 Max was replaced by the U1. Yeah, it was a very not disappointing, but a bittersweet moment today. You know, that K1 has been here a long time. I've printed so much with that K1 Max. It's just been kind of like a staple, and the fact that it's been modified. I spent 2 ABS CF spools on that thing in mods, and it's just a really great, reliable machine. But you know, I also at the same time have the K2 Plus, and then also the X1C and the H2D. So unfortunately I had to let it go and replace it with a Snapmaker. It was just time, right? It was just time. That sucks because it's a really good machine. Hopefully it goes to a good home, someone that'll appreciate the mods on it and the amount of stuff that it just has on there. Is there a baby stepping option for Z offset? I think it's a bad mesh. Because this side looks fantastic. Let's see if there is. I don't see one right off the top. No, there's nothing I can press on the screen, it looks like, that would be related to Z offset. Control, yeah, it's the Z offset is blacked out. So no, this would be, if it was Clipper, I would be able to do it right in the interface and fix that immediately. But no, I think it's a bad mesh. It's probably worth trying again at some point. Because this side, like I said, this side looks flawless, and this side is wavy. Still better than being too far away, but close isn't good either. Is it pretty quiet? Oh yeah, it's really quiet. Right now I have the U1 unloading over there, and it's way louder than this. This thing's sitting right here, with less than a foot away from me. It's very quiet. Also, the parts fan is not on because we're doing a single layer, so that's something to keep in mind. Ooh, I do. So the Snapmaker. Okay, there's 2 reds. One's really expensive. Polymaker. So, okay, let me slow down. Hedgehog has his own filament. Hedgehog makes Polymaker. This red is amazing. It's expensive. It's not. Oh, it's on sale. This red is gorgeous. It's really deep and has this little glittery type of thing to it that adds just like another layer to it. Do they show off some prints? Yeah, there he is. Look at Austin. That was at 3D Printopia, I think. Oh yeah, there we go. That's recent. Let's see. Yes, this is what it looks like. Is this like deep red, not burgundy, but like red, and it has this little bit of glitter in it. Yes, right here. You see that shine on there? It's really good. This is one of my favorite reds, easily. I bought 3 of these spools. I went through 2 of them so far. I have 1 left. But also, the Snapmaker red that comes on here is also really good. Right here. This. It's very vivid red. I know on my camera is kind of making it look orangish. It's not orange. This is like as red as it gets. Come on. There it goes. This is like as red as it gets. But it's not on the darker side. If anything, it's on the brighter side. But it's very just red. Sold out. I can't even recommend it. Anyway, this is my favorite red. Austin's red is the best. I think I missed what the yes, it's the spool number. Yeah, so right now it's just saying that it's using spool number 4. Yes. It was a legend, man. It still is. I have the CFS mod on there, the whole different gantry. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. I'm going to miss it. You can install wrinkles on the S1, so I'm sure you can on this. Watch a video on how to do it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I haven't found. I just looked up wrinkles on GitHub. They don't have support for this quite yet. But this machine also isn't out yet, so you can't really expect it. But yeah, I did it. I have wrinkles installed on my S1. I talked about it in my review video. So yeah. Hey, thanks for subbing to the channel, Hugh. Appreciate it. Is that mesh problem easily fixed? Yeah, usually you heat up the bed like in kind of in advance to let it equalize a bit more, and then you do it again. You run another bed mesh. Yeah, so usually this type of thing happens when the bed heats too quickly and it doesn't have enough time to equal out. Hey, the whole IBOS team is here. What's up, D? How you doing, man? Happy Chinese New Year to you too. Welcome back. Hope you had a good break. I talked about the Tetris a little bit earlier for a recommendation of somebody that was asking. Gotta love the Tetris. Guys, give a big hello and welcome back, or how about a happy Chinese New Year to the IBOS team. These guys work hard and have really good products and are just a joy to hang out with and talk to. So definitely give some kudos in the chat for our friends over at IBOS. Looking forward to seeing more stuff from you guys too. But yeah, if you guys can tell, it looks like we have now entered into a good part of the mesh. By the way, while we're sitting here kind of idle and waiting for this thing, there is about 15 minutes left in the giveaway, guys. So there is a pinned comment at the top of the messages or the top of your chat, whether you're in YouTube or on Twitch or on Kick. And that's going to take you to a screen that kind of looks like this, gleam.io. It looks like there is 48 people enter, so pretty good chances. Polymaker sponsors my live streams. As you can see, their banner right down here. And what that means is you guys get a chance to win some filament at the end of the stream. If you go to this Gleam link, it tells you when it's going to be over. So in about 12 minutes, this will be over, and then we'll find a good time to pause and pull a winner. Can be international. The only thing you have to be is subscribed on the YouTube channel. So if you are on Kick or on Twitch, obviously subscribe. Come on, what are you doing? Or follow. But also you have to be subscribed to the YouTube channel because that's my main thing. So hop into there and get yourself some filament, right? Nice. Buying and back the IBOS dryer from a few years ago. Yep. Good stuff. Nice. I love it. Get mine next month. Cool. Just found you on the main page. Looks some quality content with binge watching. Yeah. Yes. Yes, exactly. That's why I made that short, and that's what I was talking about in one of the last streams. Like, this is a huge confidence thing. Like, not a lot of companies are going to do this. There's no way of hiding. There's no way of hiding anything. If you could put this on your machine and get away with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not as sensitive to this as some people are going to be. But yeah, this part is looking fantastic. So it looks like we do have a high area here. Like I said before, one of the ways to solve this is to run this again and see what it does, because then the bed is going to be saturated with heat. It's not just going to be warping all over the place on the first launch. This isn't a very large bed, so that's something to note as well. Like, it is a pretty thin, standard size bed, so there's always that. But for your 100K giveaway, you can give away further behind you. Listen, 100K, I used to be like, oh man, I'm so excited for 100K. I don't think it's feasible in any way. I don't know how long I'll be on YouTube, but I don't know if I'll see 100K. And that's not like I'm just being realistic. I've been on here for 5-6 years, and we're not even at 35. The growth on the channel has been very steady, but not rapid, and I'm totally okay with that. This is not my full-time job. I don't necessarily just push and push and push for the content that just makes the most clicks. If you guys look at my last video, check this out. I don't know if this will be funny or not. Did you guys even know that I had a last video? Because I don't think you did. If we go to my videos, I don't think YouTube even showed this video to anybody. So 11 days ago, I had a video come out that I'm super proud of, and I worked really hard on this video. Like, the intro alone took me 2.5 days. All right? Like, I worked hard, legit, on this whole project. I worked really hard on the whole thing. And this is a 3D printed metal case for this product, essentially, that I made myself from scratch. I learned how to model in Fusion for this project. And I released this video 11 days ago. I have, 34,000 subscribers. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then at the same time, we'll go here. And I put out a short about... where's the Chitty Tech machine? Hold on. I put out a short that was here we go. First print on the Chitty Q2 is just me walking around with this first print. Did you guys catch that? Hold on. I don't think the viewership matters. I don't know, when I think of some video that I'm gonna do next, I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't think this one's gonna be good, that type of thing. But at the same time, a lot of it is for me. A lot of it is just stuff that I like. I pick and choose what I do a video on, and it has to be something I enjoy. For example, here's another example. I made this Death Racer in PPS CF. It's probably the most expensive Death Racer that exists, right? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So yeah, I don't think 100K is something I'm looking forward to anymore. I don't care. I just want to make cool stuff. I want to showcase cool stuff to you guys. So not with that attitude. Hey, Mr. Scary, how are you? Welcome in. I watched that video. It was good. Well, I appreciate that. Yes, I watched it. I appreciate that. Right, it is. It is. See, look at this. People watched it. That's right. Winamp. Classic Winamp. Gotta love it. We have a follower drive to hit, well, you know, I think it was 20,000 subs. I contacted every single printer manufacturer and company that I dealt with for a giveaway. And I gave away a bunch of 3D printers, a ton of filament, a ton of like I gave away scanner, filament dryers, all sorts of stuff. So I would love to do that again. I don't think 35 is like big enough to do that, like incentive wise for companies. But at 50 is far away. 50 is probably years away, to be honest, on my channel. But at 50, I could probably pull a massive giveaway. I can probably get like 10 printers, I would think, at least, to give away. So, you know, I don't know, like, I don't know how to do this type of stuff. Like, I know a lot of people kind of like really drive and push it. But I also don't have the time to put out that kind of content to be able to do it. All right, we're done on the bed, so that's cool. I'm going to let it cool down a little bit and then pull it off. Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to do that. I specifically don't like that. And I have friends in the industry that do it, and that's totally cool. Like, I'm not hating on it. I just personally don't. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably a mistake. I have. I just tried ABS support on PPS, and that was amazing. It didn't even connect; like it came right off. But I tried PETG early on. Just make sure when you do it, you use the same color PETG if possible, because sometimes things do get like intertwined, and you don't want to don't want to have like those little dots of PETG embedded in. I know. It's because YouTube changed the way that they show those videos off. And it was like, oh, yeah, no one cares about this video, dude. Yeah, 1.6 million views on that short, yeah. Yep, all about the algorithm. Yeah, I don't really make my videos for the algorithm, and that's the thing. If I made videos for the algorithm, I would definitely be in there. But I can't. I have to stay sane. Like, this is a long-term thing for me, not some short-term gain thing, you know? Yeah, it's totally possible, Nigel. 100%. Yeah, and this. Right? If I do this on the side and make a glowy thing, I bet it'll work. Yeah, right. I agree. That's true. Well, I appreciate that. That's very nice. 3 minutes. Nice. 2 minutes. 2 minutes left in the giveaway. All right, let's do this. I am going to peel this off. Let me get this blade. And I'm going to immediately start the same thing again. And what I'll do is, when this is done, I'm going to start the dragon in the same colors except green instead of red. So we can have a comparison with the U1. But let's see. So this part was definitely too close. But let's see how it is over there. Yes. Okay. We know the too close part. This is flawless. This part right here. Nothing comes apart, nothing. All right, before this thing cools, I'm going to hit print again. Auto leveling. We're going to remove the flow calibration. And we're just going to re-level again. Same filament, go. The reason why I want to do that is because I want to test the theory of the bed getting flash heated instead of getting warmed. So right now it is heating to 60 and it's at 53. So instead of starting from 0, we're already in the 50s. So we'll stick with that. But yeah, here, let's do this. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely not ripping. Layer lines are in this direction. This is absolutely solid. This right here is definitely too close, especially this corner right here. This corner is just far too close. And yes, this is matte filament. My camera hates this. Look at this. It looks away like a kid. Like, no, no. And you're trying to like feed him something. Look at this. First the uppies, now this. He looks away like, no. I don't like it. Doesn't have any ketchup. That's hilarious. Just do it once, see what happens. I thought about it. I don't know. I just I'd feel icky, I think. Hey, thanks for subscribing to the channel, Dan. Appreciate that. My friend just got some Polymaker filament. Oh, it's solid stuff. Solid stuff. Not bad for a slinger. Could be better. You know, sometimes Zumi would just reach an audience member there and they sub. I have another RC related channel that also once in a blue moon someone subscribes to. It's kind of exciting, especially because I haven't posted there in so long. I still do RC stuff all the time, but hard to balance. Now you know what area not to print at, right? Uppies. I appreciate that, Schaefer. Thank you. Pretty sure my S1 Max and Kobra X are gonna get here at the same time. Yeah. For what it's worth, I know I have pre-production models, but yeah, mine came the same time as well. Same delivery, man. 0 minute. Hey, it ended. That's right. Look at that. We have, let me refresh, 60 people. Let's see. 64 entries. Some pretty good chances. Is your main a Pocket Cam 3? No, my Pocket Cam is right over here. This is what I used to carry if I go out and about or to the office. No, it's an OBSBot. It's an OBSBot. Because I have two. I have 3 OBSBot cameras in front of me. That one is a Tiny 2. It's a really small 4K camera that's on a gimbal. This one that I show on the printer is also a gimbaled camera, but I turned the gimbal off because I don't need it following anybody. And that is a Tiny 4K. So the difference is the Tiny 4K is a little bit larger and has a smaller sensor. So even though it is 4K resolution, the Tiny 2 just looks better. And there's actually an even newer one than the Tiny 2 now. Great cameras. Highly, highly suggest them, for sure. I can't do so, but is there a way to buy you a coffee? Warhawk, I think if you go to 3dprintsos.com, hear me out for a second. If you go to 3dprintsos.com, I have a bunch of merch there. And the merch is priced as low as I could possibly have it. Not for profits, but so that you guys can get something in advance. Like, so you can, not in advance, but so you guys can have something tangible. A lot of people try to, buy me a coffee, things like that, which I obviously really appreciate. And there's a way to do that on there. I think it's towards the bottom. But grab yourself something from the shop. That way, I do get a tiny, tiny kickback from there. But at least you get something like, one of these shirts. I'm a farmer. If you have Prusa machines, if you have bamboo machines, I have a version of this that's not Prusa related. There's a bunch of fun stuff on there. Grab something from here because this gives you something back, and I like that part about it. So yeah, I have a bunch of really cool shirts. This is all stuff that I made myself and wear myself. So yeah, check that out. There's hoodies as well. There's these awesome mats that I use. You can put a printer on them. Really cool. All these hot ends I illustrated myself. You grab a mug. Fantastic mug. It's a double-walled. Doesn't get hot in the microwave, which is nice. I think all the macros at the moment are sold out unless you want to put in an order, like a custom order to build. But I do also put up consoles for sale on here, my Macro SOS cases at some point. So yeah, 3dprintsos.com. Highly suggest that. Hey, Zoomy with the $2. I appreciate that, Zoomy. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. The drawback. It's I don't think it's half. I think it's 30%. Like, they take 30 regardless, but I think it's an additional 30 if you donate through here. The benefit is it gets lumped into the advertising cost. So there isn't like another random avenue that it comes in. So it's nice. But, like, you know, it's different. Like, the shirt thing means that the cut goes to a company that makes a product, which I really like, instead of like a digital thing, you know? Vetter, have you ever used CookieCAD or Fusion brand filaments? I have a local store that stocks these, but they're a bit pricey. Wasn't sure if it was worth it. Mr. Scary, I have friends that stand by and love CookieCAD. I've never used Fusion. Not even sure that I've heard about it. CookieCAD is everywhere, and they're successful because the colors specifically and the filament is really high quality. So that's why it is more expensive than normal. They're just a higher quality than normal filament. I haven't used it. I haven't used it for what it's worth. I appreciate that. That's nice. Thank you. I think 10. I think it should go pretty high. If not, I can make it available. Oh, it is a print all over shirt, isn't it? So print all over is really specific. Yeah, it maxes out at 2x. Yeah. Right, I believe normal ones. Yeah, okay. My bad, man. So normally they go up to 5XL. But these print all over shirts. So basically what this is it's a blank black shirt, but they can print on the entire thing instead of just like a part of the front. Which unfortunately automatically means they're limited in sizes. So I'm sorry, man. That's unfortunate. That's a bummer. I remember seeing that, but that's just outside of my control. It is. CookieCAD is expensive. That's just the way it is. Oh, you're a tall dude, man. 6'2". Well, for what it's worth, I weigh more than that, and I'm 5'10". All right, so for what it's worth, guys, I know it's past 12 already. I'm going to stick around a little bit longer. For what it's worth, it's not doing this in that corner anymore. So that's worth. This is a little bit of a lesson, I guess, right? You know, I'm obviously going to let it go all the way, and I'll show this probably in a short. But that's how this works. If the bed on these machines wasn't preheated, if you didn't give it like an extra 10 or so minutes to get up to temp, it gets up to temp almost while it's printing. The sensor on the bottom will read, let's just say 60, for example. The sensor reaches 60 pretty quickly, but the outer edges of the whole thing take some time to get hot. So if you guys are in a rush to print, or you're printing something small that's in the center, just going print is fine. But just like on a Core XY machine, you kind of want to preheat it a little bit for a few minutes. What I do is I usually come up to a machine that I'm going to print at, and I get the bed going, and then I jump on my machine and I find the file that I need, and then I slice it. Because by the time that I get the file ready and going to get sent to the machine, I know the thing is going to be hot enough. All right. So like I said, we'll look at it. But this is the corner that it was before, and as you guys can see, that is as smooth as you can probably get it. So we'll let this print before I start the dragon. I'll stick around a little bit longer, maybe until about halfway before I cut the stream. So no worries there, guys. Just heat soaking fixes. Yeah. So far. I don't want to speak. No, we got some still. We got a little bit still. It's better though. But yeah, there's still a high spot right there. Are there any adjustments? No, there's no adjustment, so it is automatically adjusted, not something I can tweak. So we're definitely getting some waves right there. So we'll see what the second one looks like. Got a shirt, thank you. Oh, awesome. You did. Warhawk, place in the order. I appreciate that. I will, I'll send you a little note afterwards. Would the AI have caught these waves? No. Unless there's something new in advance. Usually it's spaghetti or an object in the way. Are those baby's first poop? There is, yeah. Baby's first poops down there. All right, now that this has started, let's pick a winner. All right. You guys ready? Ruby Rod. I love Ruby Rod so much. I agree. Green, super green. 3-hour heat soak. No problem. Probably handle it like it was nothing. All right, guys. Congratulations. Good luck to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and go to my next screen so we can go ahead and pick a winner. All right. I'm going to go to winners. We're going to draw one. Draw. We're going to do one. Repeat winners. Fine. All right. Here we go. You wrote the answer to the question. I believe I said, would you currently buy a bed slinger and why? And you wrote, it would have to show me that it can produce at the right price. That's what we're here to test with this specific machine. All right, announce winners in widget, announce with avatar, announce. Congratulations to Sean K. I can see your email here, so hopefully you're live in the chat. So the way we do this, guys, is you have to be live in the chat to win. You have to say you're here. This is me. We'll check your email, that kind of thing. If you're not present in 5 or so minutes, I will choose another person. All right. So congratulations to Sean K. Sean K, are you in the chat? Let us know. And I will give you some instructions on what to do next. How did the other answers? I'll check. I'll check in a little bit. We can read some. Mo said no, I bet. Yeah, that's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. So it was, 12:10 when I drew. I'll probably wait till about, I don't know, 12:14. At about 12:14, we'll choose somebody else. Not seen Sean K. Yeah, Sean, let us know if you're here. I mean, it was towards the end. Answer number 52, right? Out of 64 entries, so. I'm Sean K. Hey, are you? That would make sense with your name with the K in it. All right, here we go. So, first of all, that's super cool because you bought a shirt. Okay, Sean, here's just for giggles, all right? Let me get the 4 last letters in your email. Not the .com. Before the @ symbol. 4 of the last letters in your email. No, he didn't dash. I'm pretty sure it's Warhawk. I believe him. Hey, Plague, how you doing? Well, that's your last name, but I'm talking about your email. So the email that you used, for, I guess to log into Gleam. Because I can see what it is there, so that's the only thing I can really check on, you know. Great. Excited to check out this machine. So far, there's a lot of things that I really like. I just hope that it produces prints with the same quality that it's, you know, built as and how it shows. I identify Sean K. Yeah. That's cool. Yep. It's him. Warhawk / Sean, congratulations on winning Filament. And thank you very much for purchasing a shirt on my store. I appreciate it. So yeah, here's what you need to do. If you can, please shoot me an email. My email is fedor@3dprintsos.com. So Fedor is spelled Fedor. So Fedor at 3dprintsos.com. Make the subject line, I won some filament, and put today's date in the email. And what I'll do is I'll reply to you, if not tomorrow, then the day after. But I'll reply to you with a code and a form that you fill out. The form is from Polymaker. You take that code, you put it in the form, and it adds a budget to your account on their website. You're able to buy it from there. You're able to add on, subtract, whatever you want to do, you're able to do. All right, so let me know if it's cool in the chat. Confirm. Hey, Cedric, I do have a series of printers that I have to offload pretty soon. So yes, keep an eye out on Discord for sure. Woof. I know. It's a gift and a curse. This is part of the job. All right, so let me try to see if this is better. So we don't have any more of this stuff in the corner at all. However, I'm getting about the same waviness here. And if this is any similar, if it's any similar to the last time, it's gonna stop somewhere in the middle. And then the whole second half is gonna be flawless. So this is an improvement, but we're still too close right there in that middle. Now, here's an interesting fact. When I restarted this print, maybe you guys would have noticed. When I restarted this print, did it do a bed leveling? Or did it just go to the print? Yeah, I believe that. Sheesh. Yeah, man. Time to get to bed. Hey, thanks for being here, Mark. Appreciate it as always. And have a great night. Lost me for a moment? Oh, it's all good. Warhawk, let me know. Let me know about the email if you can. If you heard my instruction with the email. But yeah, Fedor@3dprintsos.com. It's Fedor at 3dprintsos.com. All right, Circus. Thanks for popping in, sticking around. Have a great night. All right, cool, awesome. Yeah, like I said, if I don't get back to you tomorrow, I'll do it the day after that. That's a good question. It's either going to be tomorrow or Wednesday. I have 2 more machines to unbox. One is uncrated. So that machine back there, that big giant black box, it came in a wooden crate on a pallet. It required 2 people to get down here. I actually don't have any way of getting that on my table, even though this is a kitchen island sized table. That won't fit in any way meaningful with a camera. So I actually have to figure out a way to, I think, run a really long USB cable so I can actually put you guys on a tripod and go sit on the floor over there to get you guys closer to check that out. I have no other way to do it, unfortunately. I mean, obviously I can move it closer, and have the camera down lower. I also think I can use my phone as a camera, but last time I tried that, it kept crashing OBS. And if you guys know, if you're doing a live stream and OBS crashes, you can't rejoin the live stream. You have to start a new live stream, at least on YouTube, and it's a huge pain. So it's either going to be tomorrow, which I'll try to announce somewhere around noon, maybe right after that, or the day after. So, hey, don't I know it? It did 5x5. Okay, cool. I didn't notice. Hey, have a good night, everybody. Thank you for those leaving. Thank you. Get some rest. It was, but that's even crazier. That is a 400 by 400 build area, and it's a flying gantry with 4 lead screws, so you can imagine just the size. I have the S1 Max combo to undo, and also the Tron XY VHO 4 with the enclosure. Oh, nice. I appreciate you checking. Thank you. See ya, Circus. All right, you too. All right, so did it stop? It did. So right around the same area as before. Now we're on to smooth. So I'm hoping the rest of the bed there is smooth all the way. So basically, heat soak can get removed the entire issue in the corner, but it's still wavy in that middle right area. So we'll have to mess with that. I can't wait for you to get an Orange Storm Giga. If they do it in the driveway. No, I had an opportunity to potentially get one when it was first announced, but I turned it down because it's just not. This is a really small room. My really wide angle lens cameras make it look larger than it is. Like he's not that far away from me, and you can see if you put 2 of me there, that takes up almost that entire wall. So it's really a small room. It's already packed brim with printers. An Orange Storm just is not. It's not possible. Yeah, I'd have to stay in the garage or outside or something. All right, so no matter how this thing comes out, I will. I'm going to do the dragon next. Just I think it'll be a great example of a multicolor print, and we'll keep track of the poops. And then I'll actually, I might try a different filament for this test as well, just to make sure that it's not a matter of filament. But yeah, you know, I have so many of this style machine, and this isn't my first rodeo with these waves. I've seen it before many times. So if it's not heatsink, we'll try some other tricks, and I'll try to document it as much as I can to show it off. Yes, it is the current spool that we're using. So right now it's just saying that we're using number 4. Same. Right now this is very quiet. I would say amongst the quietest printers that I have. But yeah, not having that fan on, it's hard to tell. But yeah, guys, I think this is just a little bit of a waiting game, so I'm probably gonna end up cutting this short. Does it say how long we have to wait? No, there's no time actually. Oh yeah, 8 minutes. Oh, yeah, okay. There's only 7 minutes left. We'll wait for this one. I was about to say, if it's like 20 minutes, I'm going to be sitting here still. I'll probably cut it. But yeah, okay. So we'll finish this print, and then we'll cut it short there. For those that are on Twitch, is there anyone on? Pez Liz is on late, huh? Hey, Zombie and Pez Liz. Look at that. All right, so we'll have to jump to Pez Liz. For those that are on Twitch, we'll do a raid for them. In fact, if you guys have Twitch, if you would do me a favor and just go to the channel just so we can raid. You don't have to stick around, but just to do the raid. You know, these guys are awesome. They're really good people. They're really great to hang out with. So raiding them is just fun to do. And I don't see them on this late very often. So yeah, if you guys are going to stick around for just a few more minutes until this print's done, so we can hop over there together with a raid, that would be amazing. You guys are in the future? Yeah, that's right. We are. She's raising money for a new printer? Oh, perfect. I didn't know that. What is she trying to buy? Do you know? And it's in Canadian bucks. Hey, I like that. First of all, great name. Love the name. For her birthday, that's so wholesome. Looks like a P2S. Okay. K2 Kevin's in there, of course. For those that don't know, K2 Kev is hilarious. Really funny guy. All right, another CG. See you later, man. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes we do. It's just fun. It's fun to do a raid. Like, all it does is it sends the people that are viewing your channel. Like, they'll be on my channel, right? So here, if I just quickly go back here. So right now we have 3 people. So if we have 3 people in here, it would just do a raid, and it would say, you know, 3D Print SOS is raiding your channel with 3 viewers, and then it just switches from my channel to their channel, and it's just a fun little thing, you know. So it'll be fun to do. But I am also on slightly later than normal. So it is what it is. Tom Katz. What is this Tom Cat? Who's Tom Katz? On Kick. Is this just a bot? Someone's saying Tom Katz wants to stream with you. Tom Katz. Kick. Do I know Tom Katz? Okay, Tom Katz is just a dude that's playing what's this game called? I don't even remember this game. It's new. Everyone's talking about this game. It's a third-person game where you try to leave the place. Anyway, okay, so that was just a bot. So he has bots. He has bots out on Kick. Dude, come on, man. Yo, Tom Katz on Kick said he wants you to check out his stream. Why? Yo, can you spam W in Silent 2X stream? It'll make his day. Check Silent 2X stream on Kick. Follow Silent 2X. Okay, Kick is a weird platform. Some people find extreme success on Kick, and others just get botted. It's kind of funny. Best Buy says approved for 12 months financing, no interest. Oh, that's actually a great deal. That's a great deal. It was the old days when we would raid a friend's house after... Right. It's the same concept. It's the same concept. Maybe not quite as fun, though. All right, we're nearing the end here on this print. About 2 minutes left. So yeah, it looks much of the same, except for that front corner isn't bad. Front corner looks perfect. But that middle right side is definitely wavy. You can see it there, right? Can you guys see that? And here's the previous one. Same exact thing in the same spot, in the same pattern. But this corner, as you can see right here, this one has this. And this one looks good. Could be a flow thing as well, but I doubt it. It is a brand new filament, and it's Polymaker. They have really good quality usually. Like I said, I'll do another one with a different filament. We'll see. Yeah. Definitely had a few of those type of nights, that's for sure. Long time ago now. One thing we haven't seen yet, though, is what this tool head does. You guys know, the guys, the tool head, this tool head has an ejection ports on the side over here. So when it cuts that filament, it's actually able to pull out that bit of filament that everyone else has to push through. And it ends up sticking out right here, and you just pick it out, and you take it out of there, out of the extruder. Like the leftovers, the end of a spool type of thing. It's really crazy. Hey, thanks for subbing, Ken. Appreciate it. Do you have a fan blowing? No, the fan's actually off today. I have no fans on at all. All right, here we go. We are done. So it looks like it chopped it. And, yep, it's pulling it back some. I can see it collecting them there. All right. And we got a little stong. All right, let's peel this off and do a comparo. Yes. Yeah, I mean, this portion, the whole end portion here is perfect. Nothing comes apart. It's pretty much as good as you can possibly get. But yeah, that's just a little too close. It is what it is. Can't really change that. And it's consistent too. Consistent. Same pattern. Second one looks better. All right. Let's load up the filament and then we'll do the raid. Actually, this one we need to remove, and I can just pull that off. Oh, okay, so I don't have to do like an unload sequence or anything like that. So here, we'll swap. This one can go over here. And this one I be able to take this off. We will just walk it over here. And this will be our dragon green. This one is green PLA. Yep. All right, this one's going to be white. Let's throw that in there. The plastic eject is pretty practical, but funny. Yeah, yep. I can see the ripples from here. Yeah, no, there's definitely, ain't trying to hide it. There's definitely some ripples. All right, then we got white there. Let's do this awesome looking yellow. The Snapmaker filament is actually really, really vibrant. All right, then we got this. This awesome yellow. Okay, and then this is gonna be a different black. We'll do the same black as that. For consistency. For consistency's sake. And I'll probably do a short, whether it's tomorrow or after tomorrow, and we'll go from there. And I'll keep printing with this thing, along with the other similar machines. And I'll do a comparison video. Black. Where's the black? This is black. That's black. All right, and let's see what that's like. So we'll do back. Start printing. Test model. No, not that one. Let's go dragon. Next steps. All right, let's see. So the purple is going to be the green. How do I change it? Why can't I change that? Oh, I have to select it here. So it's going to be 4. To ensure printing efficiency and quality, please ensure that the correct color of the consumables is selected. All right, so purple is going to be that. Black is going to be black. White is going to be white. Yellow is going to be yellow. I'm going to hit back real quick just to look at the picture. Yeah, everything's the same except purple is going to be green. So let's try that again. So there, we're going to do green. Don't show me that again. So green dragon, black, black, white, white, yellow, yellow. Start printing. There we go. So it's going to do a level and go for it. All right. All right, everybody. I'm going to try to make sure that thing, I'll show you guys what that ends up looking like. Yeah. I mean, the Spark X is great. I've been printing with it a whole bunch. I put it through a lot. I should do one of these bed tests because I haven't yet, but I've printed a whole lot on it. Like I said, this thing was printed on it recently, and you can see the size of this thing. TPU, or well, PIBA in this case. Really good stuff. I printed a whole thing of ducks. Yeah, it's a great machine. It's surprisingly great, and the box. So that thing has a star of the machine too. It's the box. This one, the star of the machine, is this tool head. So very interesting. All right, let's go raid. All right, let's do it. So everybody from Twitch, let's do it. So we go raid. In fact, let me turn my music off. I don't know how to play the audio from the browser, unfortunately, because I don't think you guys will be able to hear them. Whoops. Okay, so raid, and then we'll do Pez Liz. All right, we'll be raiding in 9 seconds. All right, everybody, I'm gonna cut the stream and I'll join you guys in there. I appreciate everybody. Thank you very much. You guys have a great night. All right, I'll catch you guys later. See you, everybody. Probably see you tomorrow. If not, the day after. I'll let you guys know. See ya.